Welcome to a special Crossroads Games showcase session. This one shot will showcase the Savage World setting Titan Effect, written by Christian Nome of Knight Errant Media. Titan Effect is an Electrum seller on DrivethruRPG. So if you haven't heard of it yet, definitely look it up. I will have future Carrie will put the link in the live chat right now, so it's there if you want it. Speaking of the live chat, we are going to be giving away 5 PDF copies of Titan Effect Declassified. So 5 copies. All you have to do to enter is come pop into the live chat and hang out with us. You just click that little chat option down below the video and you're good to go. It works on mobile, desktop, so just hop on wherever you are, tell your friends. We're still in the intro right now, so it's still time to go just get them and bring them in here. It's totally fine. This is a pre-recorded session, so I'm putting a lot of responsibility on future Carrie to make sure that all of these links are available to you and making sure that the winners are announced in the live chat at the end of the session. So the winners aren't going to be announced out loud. You'll have to keep an eye on that live chat. We will choose 5 winners. We'll check to make sure that you're still in the chat at the end of the session so we can get your information and get you those PDF copies. You're not going to be excluded from the drawing by showing up late, so feel free to jump in just as soon as you can. And if you have any questions about anything I've said so far, I'm in the live chat right now. Well, not me, but future Carrie is in the live chat right now. So just hop in there and we'll get that taken care of. Now, let's meet our S.P.E.A.R operatives. Tell us who you are, what you do in the TTRPG space, and then tell us who you're playing. And introduce your character, what they look like, what they would be doing if this were a cinematic type intro.
Hi, my name's Alex. I'm from a show called 2 Weeks, 1 Shot. It's a comedy TTRPG variety show where we play one-shot adventures in a bunch of different systems, and we're all dumb, so the adventures are dumb. I'm playing today Selena Aguirre, aka Splinter. She is I'm bad at descriptions, but she is 5'9", has shortish kind of hair, slim build, and the opening scene that you see her is she's running through a training exercise where you see intermittently there are live ammunition fire going on through this obstacle course. And while the team is trying to come up with a satisfactory plan to move through the course, she decides to run forward and pulls off some sick acrobatic moves, completely bypassing the obstacle course, which the scene closes with a drill sergeant yelling at her for being too reckless.
I don't know if I can follow that up.
You should have went last.
Too impressive, yeah. Oh,
you should go first.
Yeah, first. I'll just go now. So I'm P Vincent, also known as Table Cat Games. I am still working on my own Savage World setting called Street Wolves, so look for that in a few months. Maybe, thank you very much for the plug. Maybe future me will be able to say something about that it's actually done in chat, hopefully. I'm gonna cross my fingers. Go future me. I'm gonna be playing as Geist. He's the world's greatest assassin. He's gonna let you know that because he's arrogant. He also has no memory of his past. So he made up his own name. His name's Ryan K, named after Ryan Gosling and K from Blade Runner. The only action shot I could think of was it's one of those things where, the camera kind of spins around a little bit and there's this invisible figure, kind of is opaque sort of, and then kind of reveals themselves, and they're wearing a full kind of ninja outfit, and he does one of these figure eights with the sword, and then swings down. It's at the camera, so you don't see who he's attacking, but then he says, "You've been ghosted." And then it cuts away.
Amazing. Last but not least.
Yeah, I am Brian, also known as Helix or Helix Missionary. I'm also on 2 Weeks, One Shot with Alex, so you can find us both doing that. You can also find me doing some of my own stuff on Twitter, Twitch, guesting around different places, doing some other things. And tonight I will be playing Artemy Grigorievich Sokolov, aka Konyak, who is a Russian operator. And I think our opening scene to see him is we get the establishing shot of Moscow, so we know we're in Russia, right? And that's the only city in Russia anyone recognizes. And then it pans down and we're in clearly some sort of top secret bunker, and there's a huge panel of computer screens on the wall, and Konyak is standing in front of them. And he's looking at all of these top secret classified documents on different, Black Ops activities that Russia's been engaged in and different things that they're involved with. And then we see him searching, instead of any of that, for any interesting information on alien activity that they've been involved with. And right as he puts that in, the door opens and armed guards come in, and he swings around and pulls up a pistol with a suppressor on it. And that's where it cuts.
Amazing. And I am Carrie Smith. I am a TTRPG collaborative storyteller, and I'm the game master tonight. This game is a commissioned showcase. If you want to commission a game or a showcase, you can find me at Carrie Smith 2012 on Coffee or Twitter. The scenario that you're going to see is my own adventure. So settle in with us for the tactical espionage and sci-fi role-playing game Titan Effect, Containment Protocol. Let us tell you a story.
The world is not what it seems. Psychics and bio-augmented humans work as spies and soldiers on behalf of criminal organizations, private military companies, and secret societies in a covert war that has been raging for decades. Some are fighting for control and power, while others seek to shape the future of human evolution.
Titan Effect RPG Declassified is the latest edition of the tactical espionage and sci-fi role-playing game setting for Savage Worlds. Take on the role of a trained operative gifted with unique abilities. Carry out perilous missions worldwide for the international clandestine organization known as the S.P.E.A.R, and fight against dangerous creatures and organizations.
Mission brief. Location, Mangala Site B. Our scene opens on another rainy day. The third one in a row. These storms have been relentless. Your mission directive is, well, direct. You are to infiltrate the underground facility belonging to the TYPHON Corporation. Extract the stored samples of the SOMA virus without being caught or reported. We see our 3 S.P.E.A.R operatives hiding in the shadows of the evening, in some brush on a rocky hill above the facility. On the opposite side of the large private runway, waiting for nightfall. Looking down at the facility, it's a dome-shaped building, mostly glass and steel, but the glass is tinted a dark crimson, so it's impossible to see through. You've located the various exits, but the entrance you're looking at resides at the top of the dome, a ventilation shaft. If you will now introduce your characters by description, sort of what you're looking like as you're waiting here, waiting for dark. We can go in the same order that we did before if you'd like.
Sure. So leaning over a so leaning over a pistol and a rifle as she slowly checks it to make sure that everything's working and loaded and oiled, ready for action, is a slightly normal height, slim woman with a short haircut. She's wearing a dark stealth suit, along with a hat, or I guess like a beanie, right, to cover and make sure that her hair doesn't get in the way of anything. And that is Selena Aguirre, aka codename Splinter. And she is right. She's got a lot to prove on this mission, so that's why she's so hell bent on making sure that all of her equipment is up to par. Right, she's going very much by the book, doing a weapons check as we prepare for the big move.
So Geist is actually pretty cash about this because this is just another day in the park for him. But he's wearing the dark outfit, except he's got a mask over it. And it's just his eyes. You can see his eyes. And then on top of the suit, there's kind of like a poncho of sorts that's all kind of tied up close to his body, but he's got like a hood, and he just activates a little, hidden switch or something, and it starts to do like a pattern, and then it's kind of like the Predator, but a little bit better, where he's not even there anymore. He had been looking at the facility through like his bow and arrow. He's got a scope on it that can see like infrared, or sorry, it's night vision. And then he puts it down and then hits the button and.
Yep. Also, watching the facility through a scope is Kanyuk, who is very insistent that when we're on missions, that is the only way that he is referred to. And he has been alternating between like viciously watching this facility with like hawk-like precision, probably more than he really needs to, because we all know that nothing happens until like it gets late enough for us to go in. But he's been just eyeing this thing nonstop, only taking breaks to double check all of his equipment, sort of like Selena was doing as well. But you would both know that his double checking is less because he has something to prove and he wants it to go right, and more because he is just that sensitive about like double checking and triple checking everything every moment to try and make sure that everything's going to go the right way.
Perfect. And as the sun disappears and darkness falls over the island around you, Kanyuk, describe to us how you approach this facility.
Well, Kanyuk is supposed to take point on this one for our infiltration. That's sort of the established plan. So when he stands up, we get a good look at him and note that he is actually kind of a small guy. He is not a particularly tall man. And that potentially helps out because he is able to sort of sling his rifle onto his pack on his back. And as he steps towards sort of the edge of where we are set up, he like rolls his shoulders and stretches out his limbs a little bit. And similar to how Geist sort of activated a hidden switch to like enter this sort of cloaked mode of his suit, Kanyuk activates a switch and it allows some membranes of fabric that had been sort of hidden in the folds of his what looked like just a regular sort of standard issue stealth combat suit. These membranes unfold and it reveals that this is actually a wingsuit that he is going to be able to potentially use in order to approach this facility from an unorthodox angle.
And you do so. You take to the night, so to speak. You watch him just glide down, and there's a moment where there's the only reason you can see him is because your eyes were following him the whole time. Because once he gets so far, the darkness around just seems to kind of swallow him up.
Geist says, "Hey, Splinter, you see that? That's pretty badass."
Not exactly by the book, but I guess it'll do.
So, landing, zipline placed. How do Geist and Splinter take this zipline? Is there any special flavor you want to add to this?
God, please tell me Geist rides across on his katana.
No. He's just doing standard by the book. You know, he's not. There's nobody to show off to, so he's just gonna get out. Like, plus he's invisible. You know, he gets on the thing. You know.
Yeah, you just hear it. You don't see him.
Just wait for the show off stuff. He yells as he's.
Yeah, Kanyuk is waiting at the other end as each of them come on the zip line to like sort of like catch them and slow them down so they don't like have a big heavy landing when they get off the zip line at the other end.
Yes, Splinter just hooks up onto it, makes her way down. Kanyuk, you do hear in your mind as she approaches, just, I fucking hate zip lines. Lands.
All right. So you are standing on top of this dome near this ventilation shaft. What's your next move?
Before we get going really directly any further, Kanyuk does do a quick radio check with the team. We each have, I believe, S.P.E.A.R has standard issue, sort of like a little receiver you can put in your ear as an earpiece, and then a sub-vocal microphone so that we can remain in contact with each other without having to like call out to each other or make a lot of noise. And so he runs a quick check with everyone, making sure that those are working fine. And as we're sort of dismantling the zip line and getting ready, he does follow that up with, just checking with both of you. Neither of you have had any problems with command or anything, right? Lately, like we're all good with S.P.E.A.R right now.
It's an odd question.
I like to make sure that we are all, in good graces, on the same page as we start missions. Believe me, things happen in these games of spycraft and all this. Personal grudges take a front seat sometimes when they should be in the back. And I just want to make sure no one is missing out on important information or crucial equipment, things like this. These things do happen.
No, I'm just here to kill people.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we kind of put aside some of this personal drama with command and just get it done by the book.
No, I have no personal drama. There is no personal drama. That's what I'm making sure of.
Yeah, no hiccups here, man.
Okay, this is good then. As we're now ready to go in, Kanyuk had been wearing just sort of a balaclava on his head, and he unslings from his pack a helmet with a gas mask built into it and pops that on, and gives everyone a nod.
Should I have brought one of those?
I mean, a helmet? It's good so you don't get shot in the head.
Alright. Maybe next time then, I guess.
Geist, you just hear quickly in your mind, assuming you're not fighting me off or anything. Should we be worried about this guy?
I don't know. I'm a little worried right now. If you can hear this.
Yeah, I hear it. But okay. Well, just watch him. Keep an eye on him.
Copy that.
All right, and then we move to open up this vent? Question mark?
Yeah. I mean, if that's our established sort of infiltration point, then I think that's where we'd be moving. Kanyuk probably already started moving towards that after the other two started their telepathic conversation.
We're just standing there.
Dead-eyed, both of us.
Yeah, it's the weakness of your telepathy. You have to be staring at the other person expressionless and standing still.
All right, so you'd have the tools with you. You've scoped the building. You know how to get this vent open. You're able to pull it up. Drop down, roll stealth.
I got a 13. Just so everyone's aware, the audience is aware, I have a huge stealth bonus.
Yeah,
I got a 4.
I think all of us probably have some stealth bonuses going on by virtue of like the stealth suits and things that we're wearing.
That's a 2 for sure, +2.
Yeah. So I got a total of 11.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. What bonus do we get from the stealth suit? Apologies, I don't
+2.
know that ahead of time. Okay, so 6.
Okay. Yeah, so you drop in. There's that. I mean, that metal. That metal vent is just going to be real loud as you kind of step down. So you focus on going slow rather than really focusing on being too quiet necessarily. The slowness is what's keeping you quiet. You're able to kind of push through very slowly, very meticulously through this vent until you reach a spot where you're able to drop down. And again, you do this slowly. It's less of a drop and more of a lowering yourself down from this vent. And you drop down into the building itself. You stand in an attic-like storage warehouse of sorts. It's the top floor of the domed building, and it circles almost like a balcony all the way around just the top of this dome here. You see there are slides and stairs in multiple places. Seems to be for easier access to send boxes down. Less of slides, more of like conveyor belts sort of things, but they're kind of angled. The other floor is down below you, and it seems to be various office booths from what you can see. You're able to kind of glance down at it from your location here. It's much like a police department dispatch area of sorts. Like that's kind of how it's set up. Various desks. There aren't really like cubicles or anything like that. It's just kind of all open to itself. You can see maps hanging everywhere, and people are walking all around. Some of them appear to be closing up their workstations for the day. And according to the blueprints that you've acquired of this facility, the door you're looking for is on the easternmost side of the dome. It will lead you to an elevator that descends deeper into the facility. So you stand here on this balcony-like attic. What would you like to do?
Our next boss.
Well, I imagine we want to wait for some of these people to clear out first so that they're not, potentially spotting us or caught in any crossfire or anything. So if we have an inkling that will be happening, like these are just people who are sort of wrapping up their shifts or something like that, then we'll hold for a little bit. But if not, or if it seems like some of them are going to be lingering for a little while, Kanyuk sort of gives the signal to start moving towards that eastern elevator.
Okay. Waiting a little bit, you would definitely see most of the people are clearing out. Some of them are, they seem to kind of be cleaning up their workstations, but still sitting to maybe finish up a project of sorts. But most people have left the building at this point. So there will be probably a few people that you have to just kind of make sure don't notice you as you head towards this eastern building, or eastern doorway, I mean.
Yeah, so Kanyuk definitely, he gives the signal to hold. While we're holding, he's definitely, double checking his rifle to make sure it's ready to go, double checking the wristwatch on his wrist, constantly every couple of seconds, looking at the time. And then, as soon as it seems like most people have cleared out, he gives the signal to start moving.
All right. Are you heading down the stairs or one of the conveyor belts?
Conveyor belt.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Conveyor belt
cool.
sounds really cool. I don't know if that would be too conspicuous, but it might be. If the conveyor belts don't seem too conspicuous, we'll do that.
Splinter's taking the conveyor belt.
Is there any certain way you're going about the conveyor belt?
Gonna try to I'm really gonna try to go prone on this thing, right? And kind of actually on my back a little bit, and I have the rifle just sort of trained in case someone does see anything. Yeah.
Always
Perfect.
the rookie. It's always the rookie who does these things.
And then that's fine. No, let that one slide.
All right, we'll have all of you make another stealth as we are heading down to this main floor to head in the direction of that door that you know you're looking for.
I have bad news.
Uh-oh.
I just
Did we get a critical
failed.
failure already?
Yeah.
Yes.
The invisible ninja
Yep.
crit failed.
Here's my beautiful
Nice.
failure dice.
Nice.
Oh, my lord.
Moves forward and then.
This shows that I'm honest, though. So
I mean, yeah. No, so, Selena, do we just burn him now? Do we just cut our losses and you and me stealth on, or what?
I mean, as far as I know, he came in alone.
I mean, I
never
could
here.
draw. I know this is a little OOC, but you can explain how I screw that up. But I could say that, I can draw away attention because I'm invisible, and then so if somebody comes and investigates, how quick would go the other direction, right? Just so they're not coming towards the group of us. It's up to you.
So I like that, and I think what we're going to do, this isn't going to be considered a combat round. It's just that the order of actions might matter a little bit more. So we'll say as you're coming down off this conveyor belt, you trip over something or accidentally push a box over. That noise alerts one of the closer desks, and they kind of look up and they will begin to head over. So this is a matter of basically what everyone does to attempt to not be seen from this person heading over. So we have Kanyuk. Whoa.
Uh-oh. As long as you hold it
That's pretty
over
cool.
you, I think it's okay.
That's so cool, though.
'Cause
It's like a
it's
magic
great.
trick.
Yeah, it's like you're really good at close-up magic now.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, you could do those quick draws like the.
Anyway, you got a 10.
You just made it disappear. That's so cool.
Are you a real spy?
We're all gonna be buying green rabbits and stuff after this, I think.
Nice. Ooh.
What is
And
it?
also a 10. 10 of hearts. Splinter.
Heyo.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I will never not be amused. Okay. And me.
Uh-oh.
Dang.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Cool.
off to a good start. Very cool.
They sent in the best team of spies they had for this mission, and we
Or
blew it
whoever.
immediately.
Yeah, or whoever was standing in the room at the time.
Who wants to volunteer for this one? No one raises their hands. We're the only three who showed up to the meeting.
So I will say, what were your stealth rolls?
I got
I got a
10.
5.
Okay. Let's see here.
I got a rock.
A 1 + 7.
The critical failure really bites for that reason, because if you
Yeah.
roll anything that isn't that, you're totally fine.
Yeah. Okay, so this person walks over, and as they are kind of heading in the direction towards the box, unfortunately, the conveyor belt is still moving, so you're still just getting closer and closer to this person walking up, no matter how still you're holding. So while Geist is standing there by the box that fell, invisible, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this person is just kind of looking at the box and goes to look up at the conveyor belt and sees probably Kanyuk at this point. I think Splinter went first, so Splinter would be standing off somewhere right now. but looks over and sees you coming down, and there's this moment of like this look in her eyes as she realizes you're not supposed to be here, and you see her take a couple steps back, turn around, and run for the office.
Oh, can I do a quick assassination?
Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say
not
Just
strong.
a real quick one.
If
Just
she's
a
the
real
only
quick-
one who's seen us right
Wow.
now, and this is a situation where like if we do something quickly, no one else will even notice that we're
I
taking
feel
her
really
out.
bad about this, but
Like,
they're probably all
we're
evil,
We're
right?
spies and assassins and black ops people.
They're
Like,
all
this
evil.
This is what we do.
Yeah,
That's why.
we handled
they're
it.
not like retiring tomorrow or anything, right? It's not their last day on the job.
They just got engaged.
Oh, come on.
Oi.
Paste, if you don't
Well-
do the slashing, I will pull the trigger on this one.
Are they running? Are they?
They are
this
running.
is a long distance attack.
But yeah, they've probably gotten like their full 6 pace away from you before you can take your turn.
6. That's enough. Well,
I
could
mean, if we're not sure on Geist like running after them and cutting them down, I'll just take the shot with my
Well,
rifle.
I'll just say on the subdiurnal or whatever. This chick's toast. Sorry, I don't know what to
Yeah.
say.
And
And
no,
then
Kanye just responds with like, yeah.
I feel really bad about this right now. So I'll take off at my full pace, and then I'll try to do this tricky thing. I'm gonna do 2 actions, so it's gonna be a -2 to both. So you guys might get to shoot after all. So I'm going to try to distract her by saying, let's see, what would be good for this? Maybe just like grabbing on her clothes or something like that, because I'm not. It's a fighting roll, but not. It's just a test.
Okay.
So I want to do a test to make her vulnerable, and then if she's vulnerable, that's when I do the bad thing. Or maybe you could cut all this out.
I love the idea that he's just overcomes being like, oh, I feel so bad about this. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm probably
I'm sorry.
As with like just practiced ease, he trips this woman and runs the katana through her.
Okay, so first fighting roll, and I'm gonna roll. That was an 7. So it's my fighting versus. I think I'll test his spirit.
Good spirit.
I think for her, because it's fighting, it would be agility. It's always the attribute linked to the
Oh, is
skill
it?
you're using.
Either way, I rolled a 1.
Okay. So they're vulnerable now.
Great.
So that gives me my assassin. I get a +2 damage to vulnerable foes, and I don't know what else vulnerable does off the top of my head.
It gives you a
so-
+2 to your fighting to hit them.
Boom.
So
Here we go.
this poor woman.
That's 7, 8 then with the +2.
8.
8 is my fighting. Yeah.
Yeah. Roll that damage.
Oh boy. Okay. So my damage on the sword.
It's a lord.
Is a D8 plus.
Well, Geist is massacring people. Check out Street Wolves.
Oh, this would definitely be in Street Wolf. I don't not do a plug, but you definitely have to make like a check if you're just slaughtering people. A 6 on my wild die. 5 on my wild die, so that's 11 plus 2.
Okay, so
13.
yeah, tell me how this assassination looks.
A single tear goes down my eye as I just kind of right through, like a piercing attack, and I go shh, it's okay, shh. And then like I kind of drag the body off to the corner.
Yeah,
And as the tear drops off of Geist's face, we just hear Konyak over the comms. Like, good job, Geist. Buy the book. Keep it frosty.
yeah. As you put the
Just doing
body
what I can.
behind some of the boxes that fell over. You're good to continue. There, you do see, like, as you're pushing forward, there are a few other people in the office area, but they don't seem to have been alerted to your presence.
I was just hoping nobody would be like, Kathy, or whatever.
No one liked her anyway.
We were about to
right.
get coffee.
She was evil, so obviously everyone.
Everyone hates her.
Of course.
She's she's that person in the office. So it was fine.
Do I have to spend a penny to make her evil? Okay.
I just really need her to be evil, okay?
See, because Geist knows two things. He likes Ryan Gosling, and he's good at killing people.
Yep, that's the only thing.
But Ryan Gosling always kills bad guys in his movies. So
that's right. There you go. Thank you.
Full circle. So yeah, you are quickly and quietly heading now back, toward that door that you need to get to. You do see like the Mars Corp logo everywhere on everything. And as you're pushing through, a lot of the lights are turned off for like the closing of, the facility at this time. So that helps you out a lot as you're moving. You can kind of like push towards the shadows. And you reach the elevator, or you reach the door that opens up, pushes you towards this elevator. Through this door, it's a perfectly bright hallway, but you don't see any people around. You don't hear anyone, and you see the elevator across the hall.
Next.
Any sort of like what do the light fixtures at the top of the hallway look like? Is it just panel lighting? Is it what are we looking at here?
Yeah, just still panel lighting, just like it was kind of in the offices. And
no like security cameras or anything that we need to avoid? Is this just sort of a straight walk, or?
Go ahead and make a notice roll.
Ooh.
That is a 5.
5. You do see one camera off in the corner of this hall that seems to kind of look directly at the area between the doorway that you're at and the elevator itself.
But not quite us?
Not you yet. Yeah, we'll say you're able to kind of glance up and see it before moving forward.
Y'all want me to just shoot it, or you want to like find someone to stab and then we can shoot it? What's the plan here?
The guards might notice the camera go out.
Hopefully we are in and out before that becomes a problem. Splinter, I would say if you want to just shoot the camera, this is fine.
All right, I'll just do the pistol with the silencer, and that's a 5, 13.
Fantastic. So I assume are you trying to shoot this without the camera like seeing you?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So tell us what that looks like then.
So from the other end of the hallway, right? She just kind of takes she puts the rifle behind her back, unclips the holster on her side, pulls out the pistol, clicks back, put chambers around, and really slow, nice and easy, and
you just see the camera basically like explode off in the corner. Pieces fall. Camera successfully
did
destroyed.
You not already have your weapon loaded? You didn't have your sidearm ready and armed to fire?
Look, man, I'm still kind of getting in the groove of things. All right, it's my first time out.
I didn't think I needed to do this along with the mic check, but weapons check, everyone. Let's all.
They're ready. They're good.
Oh, really? Do you have everything is good? You're loaded?
You're gonna
Safety's
get
off?
on me. You're gonna get on me for an empty chamber. You're not gonna get on him for stabbing someone already. We're 5 minutes in.
Well, we knew
Come on, let's
coming in
move.
that we would have to stab people.
Come on, let's move.
I'm moving.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Let's.
You move toward this elevator. You look at the little panels used to call it, and it requires a key card.
Shit.
Shooting
Did
this
that
one
person-
probably won't work. So.
I gotta say, did that person I murder have a key card on her?
Did Kathy have a key card?
I never said I checked though, so.
I mean, you could go back and check.
Guys, go back and check the dead woman that you ruthlessly killed.
You guys stay here. I'll do that if that's not a big deal. If it's a big deal, I won't. No?
Does this panel look like it could maybe be like removed somehow? Like could it be sort of like pried loose from the wall so we could directly access the like controls?
Maybe.
underneath or something?
You don't see any like screws or anything. It seems to be like just a like, you know, just a metal plate into the wall there, but I mean you could give it a shot.
I do have a multi-tool that supposedly it reduces the -1 penalty that you would have if you didn't have a tool.
Okay.
So
Nice.
Seems like a weird rule.
Does anyone have skills that would be useful? I have a D4 in thievery.
I have a
is the
D4 in
best that I have.
electronics and a D4 in hacking.
Look at you, hacker man. Let's do this.
It's the whole D4.
Yeah, I mean, if I can try the thievery. That seems like it would potentially work for like prying this sort of open so we could get at it, and then maybe
I have
electronics or hacking for like using it.
I have a D8 in hacking +1. Or not hacking, thievery.
Then maybe you should be the one to.
I don't know. I did
try
a
and pry it
critical
open.
fail earlier, so who?
I believe in you. This is your
You got
chance
it
to
out of the way.
redeem. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
listen, we can't
So
have
you-
more than one critical failure. A night,
Worst comes
can
to
we?
we'll just stab it if it doesn't work.
All right, here we go. I'm doing thievery.
As all the thieves say.
Ooh, that was a 7 + 1 is an 8.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so it definitely takes you a moment, only because how this metal plate is like pushed into this wall, there's not much of a crack to really like wedge this tool between, so it takes you a minute. You have to try at all 4 sides, but eventually you are able to like pop that plate out of place. And when you do so, you can see, I mean, the button or the little button is still there to call the elevator. You still see the little like sensor to read the key card. And you can kind of see all of the wires that are connected, and they run down into the wall.
I also, I'm checking my gear. I have an infiltration kit, which might help because it has some sort of electronic bypass. I don't know. But that just negates penalties too, so.
Okay. If you're wanting to sort of tamper with this, I will let you do electronics or hacking.
Okay, I have 4 in both. Does anybody have anything better? Okay, so there's no team.
The in unison
Yeah.
head shake.
You're our technical guy, I guess, for this sort of thing. So,
Oh, I'm starting to sweat under my mask. Like, oh,
guys,
oh boy.
guys, you claimed you are like world's greatest assassin. Infiltration is part of that. Like,
I'm
come on,
not.
I believe in you.
I'm good at the stat. You saw the stabbing, right?
Listen,
That was the part. I was
listen,
the
you were
best
very
at.
good.
The stabbing was fantastic.
Surprisingly, not great at the sneaking, but the stabbing you did very well. Let's hope this is closer to. You got that panel off the wall very easy, very smooth. Good
I got
stuff.
a 3. I'll ask the team. Should I spend a penny?
I'd say go for it.
Yeah.
We got plenty of opportunities to get some, earn some.
All right, here we go.
Have you heard our witty banter so far? Sooner or later, Carrie's gonna give us pennies for this.
I hope so. Here we go. That was a 4 on the D6, so 4 is a success generally, so. I hope that was a success.
Yes. So, yeah,
So
sorry,
yeah,
I was
hook the
writing down your
machine
base.
up and I do the boop, boop, boop. Oh yeah, this is easy.
Yeah, you just see as if he was prepared for this. He pulls out this little kit and starts taking tools out and kind of like connecting things. I don't know how hacking works.
Yeah.
Neither does
just-
Hollywood.
Yeah, it's fine. It's exactly like Hollywood.
Wow, this guy really looks like he knows what he's doing. This is great.
It's incredible the way he's crossing those wires.
Whoa, did he just connect the red wire to the red wire? Crazy. Oh, wow.
And the facility explodes and we're done. No.
We did it,
Problem
team.
solved.
Yeah, so eventually you see that like keycard sensor shut off and then come back, and you assume that anything you wave in front of this will be accepted as a keycard at this point.
Hey, look! I found my dad's old Blockbuster card. Check this out. He swipes it.
Don't drop that here.
Why did you bring this on the mission? This is
I bring it
terrible.
all the time. It's my good luck charm, man.
All right, where to?
I assume like down.
Down it is. I wave the Blockbuster card.
Yeah, the elevator opens, you head in. There's only 2 buttons inside of the elevator as well, up and down. You hit down and you feel the elevator like lurch a little bit as it starts moving down beneath the Mars Corp facility.
You know, they have all the money they get from all sorts of occult rituals and, you know, black market trading and everything else they do. You'd think they would be able to afford the better elevator, but oh well.
At least they got some snazzy music. You hear this? Toto by Africa, man. Love this
They
jam.
must have spent the money on licensing for their elevator music instead of elevator repairs.
All right, you feel the elevator stop at its destination. The doors open up and you see an all-white hallway. Very clean and currently empty. You see the floors just tiled white, the walls white. You see there are like half-walled offices with glass windows as the upper half of them. You do see Mars Corp symbols visible on certain mugs or posters hanging in these offices as well. What's your move?
I'm gonna do notice, just to see if we can see any security cameras like we did before.
Smart.
4.
You see a few security cameras in here. There seem to be, you see them inside of the offices. You can see them through the windows. There's one above you, basically, looking into this hallway. You can see one in the opposite corner, looking into the hallway from the other direction. That one can probably clock you right now. There's a chance it's too far to get many details, but it can definitely see that people are standing in the elevator as the door opens.
Yeah, shit. Geez, I want to just roll out into. Yeah.
I would suggest maybe getting it inside, like on the side panels, and then I would go up to it closer because we could make a stealth roll and get a critical, or we could just see if I can sneak up to it and shoot it up close or something like that.
Yeah, I would say if you wanna go for that with like the cloaking suit, you'd be able to get a little closer, hopefully without being like openly detected by anyone else or anything like that.
All right, let's try that.
Cool. So we have the two of you like ducking back in the elevator behind the doors, and Geist Invisible heading up or towards, I guess, both of these cameras, right? You probably want the one above you and then the other one, or are you just going for the one across the hall right now?
Whichever is the best I want to do.
Well, so the
closest, maybe?
The one across the hall can currently see you.
Yeah,
or see into the elevator.
First.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get a little closer, maybe to reduce the distance penalties to that, because I'm assuming it's high up on the wall. I can't just like slash it or something. Okay. I'm gonna get reduced penalties by walking closer, stealthy this time. Oh, it was only a 7 plus 7, so 14.
Right. So you are silent and invisible, and you move down this hallway, and as you are reaching the end of the hallway where this camera is located in the corner, the hallway, like, it stops here, but it actually, like, turns right.
Mm-hmm.
And as you step over and look over, you do see 4 guards standing, basically, like, patrolling that hallway. They're just kind of chatting with each other.
I tell them about that. Hey, there's 4 guards. They may notice if my arrow shoots a camera out. Might attract their attention. What do you want me to do?
I think at this point, maybe we call cameras lost cause. It's better if we just move up, deal with guards. They are a bigger problem in the immediate than cameras are. So.
Do you guys want me to take out one of the guards now?
Wait for us to get there. Let's move as a group to do this.
Well, I'm just thinking that they don't know, and I might be able to take one out.
Ooh,
And,
ooh.
You may be on camera soon.
That's true. Yeah.
I
I was thinking I could do some like telepathic shit. Like I can mind control one of them, and I don't know. Maybe say he's got some sort of report from somewhere, and they need to move away from wherever they're at.
Do you need to see them in order to do that?
Let's see. Control, focus roll.
Can you see through my eyes?
It doesn't say you'd have to be able to see them. It just says the super can control a target within 24 yards by making a focus roll.
So I explain exactly where they are.
Is it, well, let me ask, right? Is it within 24 yards or realistically, right, from where I'm at? Do you think, Carrie, that I'd be able to get to do this ability?
How many feet is 25 yards?
Like 75. And it would actually be 48 yards because it's 24 like inches in Savage Worlds. So we're talking like half a football field.
24 yards to feet is 72 feet, yeah.
Either way, yeah, they would be within that distance. So if you want to, go for it.
All right. Splinter is going to put herself flat against the panel that she's hiding behind. She holsters her weapon real quick, and you see her kind of close her eyes and they slightly flutter a little bit, and the eye is kind of rolled back as she makes a focus roll. Oh my god, please don't fuck this up. Okay, that's a 6.
Okay. Do I have to roll anything against that?
Let's see. If I fail the focus roll, okay, if successful, the target must make a spirit roll to resist at -2.
Then that is a fail.
On them or me?
I failed.
Okay.
I rolled a 3, -2.
Okay, if controller is successful and the target fails to resist, the victim must obey my commands to the best of their ability until they break free or are released. Shit. The victim must be able to hear or otherwise receive... I have telepathy. Yeah, so I can telepathize on them.
Yeah.
Okay, once I'm in that person's body... I don't really, I don't know, they're gonna like slowly reach down to their radio and like click it so it sounds like a message came in. Are they wearing like a headset? Do they just have a radio? What's the deal?
Yeah, they would just have radios like on their hips. Firearms probably on their hips, but they're just standing around.
You're hearing Geist describe them exactly like that.
Okay.
Those are hips, and they have.
All right, yeah, he's gonna like reach down and like very carefully like ping his radio and like lift it up to his ear, but like move back a little bit and then be like, there's a situation a couple rooms over. We should go check it out. Like our job does.
Kanyuk is just face palming in the elevator.
Yeah, where do you tell them to go? Like,
is there another door in the room that we're so we're in the elevator? There's a big room ahead of us. Is there any other door in that area?
so yeah, you're in the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
The hallway goes down, and there are offices on
Mhm.
either side. You know, it's got those like half glass, half white walls to your left and your right. But then once you get to the end and it turns to the hallway that these guards are at, that white hallway just goes down as well to a door at the end.
I don't want him to go down that last door. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna direct him like to one of the half glass offices, and if I can I? Okay, so I'll ask you this: am I able to send a message telepathically to Kanyuk and Geist while I'm doing this, or am I otherwise mentally occupied?
I'll say you can give this person like that directive and kind of like let them go, and they'll still carry out that directive since they failed, and then you'd be able to talk to them.
I feel like I'm just making bad moves, but that's all right. That's part of the fun. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna be like, and then right, so I'll let go, and then immediately both of you hear in your mind, they're gonna come into one of the half glass offices. Whatever we're gonna do, we got to do it now.
Okay, guys, take out the camera. Splinter, you and I move forward, crouching.
All right, camera time.
All right, and Splinter and Kanyuk make a stealth roll.
All right.
Oh boy.
I'm going to shoot one of my regular arrows. I probably didn't mention that I have like a bow, like what's his name, Hawkeye, where
Hawkeye?
it collapses. Yeah.
Nice.
You do the cool like Hawkeye flip out, like you pull it off the back. And just, cool.
Total of 10 for stealth.
Damn.
I got an 8.
Damn.
A 5 on my shooting roll.
Okay, so Splinter and Kanyuk are moving slow and quiet up this hallway as you can almost see the shadows of the guards moving into one of these offices. Staying low, moving past, you can just see the camera like be hit with this arrow and splinter and kind of spark a little bit. It does that like as you're rounding that corner, and successfully you continue down the hallway. You assume as a unit, you're pretty sure Geist is with you. And according to your blueprints, the areas most likely to store the SOMA virus would be deeper into the facility. So you're on the lookout for probably another elevator, since that elevator seemed to bring you to the only floor that it knew.
Mm-hmm.
You do know that the blueprints that you have of this building, the deeper you go, the less descriptive they are, and you're not sure if they tell the full capacity of how many subfloors there are in this facility.
Does that blueprint show any sort of like security room or something? It might be easier if we didn't have to worry about all these cameras.
Go ahead. Would you rather make like a notice roll for that, or like a research roll? Are there any skills specific to you that you would like to roll to kind of study those blueprints?
Oh man. I mean, notice is the most applicable one that I got. Really, yeah. Unless I can shoot my way to the solution, which I don't think that's it. No, notice. Notice is the best
Sure.
thing I got for that.
All right.
Okay. Hey, okay, aced on it. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's a total of 10.
Okay. You do find basically a room more or less labeled as the security room in here. I'm gonna have you roll a d6 for me. This is gonna be a luck roll. So 1, 2, and 3 is in your favor. 4, 5, and 6 is not in your favor.
Say,
Oh
be
my
very
God.
careful with the carry d6.
All right.
You're gonna turn into a vampire.
It's a 5. It's a 5.
Hmm.
5.
Damn it.
It's the room that you sent the guards into.
Damn
Good
it.
job.
You're like, I found it. And then you look up and you're like,
like,
I mean, again, I say honestly, cameras for me are a secondary concern. I think that the ideal here is that we get in and out, and Konyak like checks his wristwatch again, and he's like, I mean, ideally we get in and out before they really realize what's going on with cameras. I mean, it could alert someone, but we don't really. I don't think we need to worry about it that much.
All right, I'm just putting it out there. I could also like bloop 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 back in that guy's head and make him turn it off. But if we gotta go, we gotta go.
The other guards will probably find it strange if he turns it off, don't you think?
Well, that's his problem, not ours.
all right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
just
go.
keep
It's all
moving.
right.
all right, you push forward. You get to that door at the end of that hall, and you do hear like the guards kind of talking like, what are we doing in here? Like, what's...
Stan, what was the problem? Like,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I thought you said there was a problem in here, and you just like hear confusion coming from the other guy. Like there was, and is just kind of looking around like what's going on here. So you should probably hurry, and you get to that door on the other side. This door itself, it very much resembles like a door you would see in a prison, in the sense of it seems to be like magnetically or electrically locked and requires basically like to be buzzed in.
At the Best Buy card.
There is no keycard slot either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Blockbuster ain't gonna save us this time, pal.
Blockbuster. Sorry.
If we were better
Um,
spies, we would probably know how to get through this.
Totes.
So for spies, let's make a common knowledge roll.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. Thank you. Could I make the argument to use tradecraft instead?
Sure.
Ooh. Well, it's the same for me.
Five.
That is a 5 for me.
There's a
Okay,
3.
so yeah, there's this moment where you're looking at this door and you see one of those like wires, covered in like that rubber coating, all the way up, up the door and along like the trim, basically, all the way around to the security room.
Carrie really wants us to kill these guards, guys, so I think we gotta do it. That's the sense that I'm getting here. Is that we gotta off these guys.
Let me, yeah, right? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to mind take.
I'll say internally, Geist really wants to make up for murdering an innocent person, so he's kind of itching at killing an actual guard at this point.
Guys, did you notice before Splinter? I know you want to do the whole like mind freak Chris Angel.
Yeah,
thing.
very much so.
Before we do this though, guys, did you happen to notice these guards? Are their weapons suppressed? I would assume not, but
No.
You would have had plenty of time to get a good look at them, and you were describing them to Splinter, so yeah, they're not suppressed.
okay. So
It's
Splinter,
gonna be very loud in here very quickly.
What do you think would come? What benefit do you think maybe would come from mind controlling these guys? Because my first thought was, you mind control one of them, have him shoot the other. That could confusion, maybe take one of them out as we go in. But if they are not suppressed weapons, maybe it's better if we go for surgical strike. Just immediately, boom, 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 take them all out.
I mean, we could do that. I'm not opposed to that, but
All right, hear
mind
me
controlling them does just. I can just have someone open the door.
how quickly could you let go and become combat effective if this goes wrong?
Pretty fast. You saw me last time. I gave him the order. He told him there's a really important cat video he needs to watch with all his friends in this office, and then I came right on back.
All right, you try this, but you get one shot, and if it doesn't work, we are going to have to hopefully not go loud.
And there are 3 of us for them, but it's possible I may be able to kill 2 at once. So if they're close enough
guys,
together.
You're very good at the whole sword thing. So I believe you.
I am very good.
Well, even if it fails, even if it fails, I can just keep the one guy in mind control, and then you just, I mean, if you can take out 2, and then
Okay.
Dostoevsky over here take out 1, I think we're set.
I would like to get as close as I can to those guards, even if this mind control fails, or if he brings them over to the door.
Oh yeah,
so
no.
then
Kanye
I can suddenly boom, be there and strike without having to run up to him or whatever.
Yeah, I think Kanye and Geist are gonna sort of stack on the door, and then Splinter attempts the mind control, and if it doesn't work perfectly, then we'll go in.
Okay. Well, so Kanyuk is at the door. Geist, you wanted to be in the room, right by one, right? Or do you want to be at the door?
I guess I'll be at the door.
Okay.
As long as I don't have to run like a football field.
Yeah,
to
no.
get to them or anything like that.
No. You can kind of even see a couple of them are kind of shuffling back towards the door, okay, why are we in here? Okay. Splinter.
All right.
Don't break my internet, but just roll.
Again.
All right, let's see here. All right, here we go. Focus roll. This is gonna go badly. I can already feel it. That's a 5.
Ooh.
Now you give me a spirit roll to contest.
I got a 4.
Okay.
He starts doing backflips and shit. No. No, okay. So yeah, as everyone is turned around do we want to turn off the system or open the door? Can I ask out of character, not the metagame?
I think we kind of wanted
The door.
both, if possible. The door is primary, the
Okay.
system is secondary. And also, Kanyuk would be whispering over the mic to Splinter, they're starting to leave the room.
Yeah, okay, he's gonna turn around, and the guy's gonna turn around, and as quickly as I can possibly notice what might open that door, he's gonna go for the switch.
Make a notice roll.
Ooh. Aced it. It's a total of 9.
All right, so you turn back looking at all of the computers in this room. No, that one. And you immediately beeline towards that system there. It's basically just one big button by this thing that seems to be the door controls.
Yeah, he's gonna move forward, press the button, and then he's gonna turn around. I'm gonna make him say, "Hey guys, guess what?" And as they all probably turn back to look at what he's gonna say, I'm just gonna come on back, and I'll send out a telepathic message to them and be like, "I don't know, I didn't have anything good. You press the button, the door's open. Get on back here."
Yeah, so this happens very quickly. The button is pushed and you hear the door bang. The buzzer goes off much like a prison, but you kind of see you hear the door switch to open, and you probably have moments before it locks back up, and then you suddenly see Splinter just pop back into Splinter's body. And what is your move? You hear the guard inside. "Hey guys, guess what?"
And I assume at that the other guards are sort of stopping in their tracks and turning back around to see what's going on.
Yeah, they turn.
We
You
have,
hear
a
one of them.
moment to run.
You hear one of them say, "What the fuck is your problem?"
How far would you say is the stretch between like where we are at this door and the door that just opened up?
Not far, 15 feet maybe.
Okay.
Barreling through.
Kanyuk, when this happens, knowing that he only has moments and doesn't want to make a lot of noise, turns and like kicks off of the ground and leaps that entire distance in a single motion without touching the ground in between. And lands on the
Okay.
other side.
Whoa.
Grab onto the door, open it up.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you open that door and like right as you're pulling it open, you hear it click, like to lock again. You got to it just in time. You open up that door. And you hear like, I don't know what's going on, you guys, and you kind of hear like weapons being drawn. Like what is happening right now? You're being weird, you're being shady, and you can just hear them like starting to argue with each other inside of that room there as you're moving through.
I don't like it when friends fight.
Such a sad thing, you know.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
I'll go ahead and give you a Benny for that one, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Aw.
I'm gonna run towards that door, I guess. I can't fly towards it like some people.
Is that what you did? Did you fly to it?
No, I leapt.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry. Semantics.
You do know that the door will lock
Mhm.
behind you.
Yeah,
You
so
clo-
Kanyuk like holds it open just long enough to like wave Splinter in. He assumes Geist will like pat him on his way past or something to let him know that he's through, and then he'll come through the door and let it shut behind him.
Cool.
Hopefully doing it very quickly so the guards don't have time to realize what's going on.
Yeah, you hear that latch, still kind of hearing them arguing in the next room.
Poor guy.
It's like, I don't know. As this door shuts in here, the lighting is dim. It is basically like that blue tint of like lights just coming from screens and stuff like that. There don't seem to be any overhead lights on in here.
Let's do a notice roll for cameras.
What if we don't? What if we just say screw the cameras? What if we just start moving?
Look at you, ballsy.
I still like to know
We're-
if they're there.
All right. You guys make a notice roll for the cameras. I'm just sort of interested in like what else is in the room. Like you said, it's sort of the blue
I got
light of the screen. So are we in
Mhm.
like this is just
Or-
like a big sort of office room with a bunch of computers set up?
So it's very dark in here. And as your eyes are beginning to adjust, especially from that bright light that you just came from, you're realizing you seem to be in just some sort of a back room maintenance area of some sort. You see various like terminals, and you see off in one corner it looks to be more of like office supplies sort of things. You seem to be in a back room, which doesn't really make sense. What was that notice roll?
5.
And I had a 4 for
Okay.
the cameras.
So you're kind of looking around, realizing it just doesn't make sense. This looks like the end. Like, why would you have a storage or maintenance room behind a like prison locked door? But you don't see any useful items in here. It does just appear to be, I mean, you see like the screens for the security system. You can monitor those here. You see shelves of paper, staples, various office supplies. That's
We
it.
did it. We did it. We've thwarted their evil operation of office supplies.
Or
What the
Or
hell?
maybe
Why is this behind this locked? Why is this behind this locked door?
Maybe we've been set up.
Okay, first off, I like where your head is at, Geist. Always think that we might have been set up, because that's very on. Listen, I one of my thoughts going into this mission, part of why I asked about earlier, you know, the whole, like, are we all okay with command? Because, like, you know, suicide missions and cleaning house, that's the sort of thing that happens, you know? Look at what happened to SEAL Team 6. You know, this sort of thing happens all the time. So,
Wait, those guys are dead?
You didn't know that, and that's why you
Oh.
know they did a good job with it, too. You know?
Oh, man.
Think about these things. But seriously, stop acting like the rookie and the guy with amnesia. There is a secret door somewhere in this room. Like it has to go forward, right? Like, let's look around. Let's find it.
All right, Tolstoy. Well,
Am
take the
Am I the only
lead.
one
Where do you
thinking
want to
this?
look?
Like, you know, I think there's probably like secret. We already found one like secret subterranean layer, right? Like there's going to be more. So we keep looking.
I get it. This layer's like an onion, right? Every bit you got to peel back a layer, and then more secrets.
The
Okay.
layer
Well,
of the
we're,
layer. Yeah.
what do you got? Where do you want to look? You want me to
Start
Want me
looking
to start
around.
pressing
I'm
on
not
the
doing your
wall?
job
What do you
for
got?
We all look around. Come on. This is a team effort. It's like first mission.
It is.
Kanyuk, take a Benny.
Thank you. All right. So would it be just like notice to start like looking around for
Yes.
where any signs of like secret door, like scuffing on the floor around a desk or a fixture or anything like that is what Kanyuk's starting to look around for. It was a 9.
Okay. Yeah, so you immediately move into the room. You begin looking around. You're ignoring all of like center shelves. You're like, I know these are nothing. And you push forward and you begin looking at the walls themselves. You're looking at the placement of the shelves. You're looking at where the computers are pressed up to. And there's one spot of the wall that doesn't seem to be covered by anything permanent. You can see it's like a wheeled cart is kind of pushed up against that part of the wall, and you walk over, you just push that away, and as you're looking at the wall itself, you do see, I mean, it blends in so well. The actual like panels of the wall, it's even with those, but as you kind of like panel, that will probably slide.
All right. Kanyuk goes for it.
All right, immediately kind of push and you feel a release and you feel the panel sliding. And as it slides, an elevator is before you.
Well, look at that. Nice find, Chekhov.
Are you just going to keep naming Russian writers?
I don't know what you're talking about, Pushkin.
Sure like elevators in this place.
Right? The floors might not be very big because it's like elevator, room, elevator, right? Like, man, how deep does this thing go?
Vertical spacing is always preferred by evil organizations like this. You know, it saves on certain costs and fits better with spiritual diagrams that they use to summon demonic entities.
What now?
It makes
Let's
sense to me.
keep
Let's
moving.
go.
You all step into the elevator.
I'll
As
send
the
you some
doors-
Wikipedia links later.
As the elevator doors close, you no longer see the Mars Corp logo inside of this elevator. As the doors close on the inside, you see the TYPHON logo. And you know you're heading in the right direction.
Oh, hey, I think we have proof that the Mars Corp were bad guys now.
I take a cell phone picture of it. Click.
There is a touch screen control panel in here. You do see a keycard requirement.
Maybe we should kill those guards.
I mean, if you want to go back up and schwack one of their hands. Or, well, I mean, just the key card, right? I mean,
This elevator, I'm assuming that we've been seeing these are elevators that appear to be set up with like this is like a single elevator shaft with one car.
Correct.
That goes up and down. I assume if we were to glance up, we would probably notice there's some sort of like emergency exit in the ceiling of this one.
Yes.
Does it look like there's a hatch in the floor of any kind that we could access?
You can spend a penny for there to be.
Sure, I'll do that.
All right. Then absolutely there is.
All right. All right. Hopefully this works out. Geist, do you want to get handy with the tools again for a moment?
Sure. Do you want me to do like a repair roll or something, or is this just like opening it up?
Do you have stuff in repair?
I have a D4.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, here we go.
Double
A
ones.
4.
You fall
No.
through the elevator shaft.
No, I keep getting 4s on my wild die, which is cool, and I won't now that I said that, but
Hey, yeah, easy enough. You take out your tools, you get that little hatch kind of opened up pretty quickly.
Right. How deep does this elevator shaft look like it goes? Like how far down?
You can see that it looks like the equivalent of like 2 more floors.
Okay.
climbing? You want to climb?
Yeah, I think
climb.
that's. I think that might be the best option. Geist, do you have a climbing gear with you?
No.
Oh, that's fine. I have some. And Kanyuk like reaches into the like tactical webbing and pack that he has, and after a little bit pulls out a couple of like.
Oh, I do. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
I do
okay,
too.
great. Then if Splinter doesn't have any, he'll hand some of his to her. And
Thank you.
say, here you know how it works. So just make use of it. I expect this back when we get the chance. And then Kanyuk gives you both a nod, and he does just drop out the bottom of this hatch, and you see he like falls down towards the bottom of this elevator shaft, but at a much slower pace than a regular person falling would. It seems like he's falling at a very controlled rate.
Okay, and yeah, as you were lowering down, you see like it's 2 floors worth of distance, but you don't see a floor directly below the one you were at then. It's just there's like a whole floor's worth in between that floor and where the elevator would seem to take you.
Yeah, okay. Then yeah, once he lands, and as Geist and Splinter like hooking up with their climbing gear, he will like move to the doors on this level and try to start like opening them a little bit so he can get an eye on what's the other side.
Okay.
So, and yeah, Geist, I rolled 2 3s, but with the climbing gear, that's a +2.
Cool.
We resolved that while you were gone, and so I succeeded then.
All right.
What's the climbing is what? Agility? Athletics. Okay.
And you also have a +2 because I gave you my climbing gear.
Okay.
Or lent it to you for right now.
Yeah. Anyway, my D8 aced, and then there's a 6, so that's a total of 16. Yeah, Selena like straps in, puts on her like night vision goggles. She goes like the full 9 just to drop 2 floors.
Yeah, you all land perfectly fine. You are opening up this door.
Yeah. Not like all the way in one go, like big dramatic reveal, just like slight open to see what's going on the other side.
Sure. You push this door open just enough to look through, and you see immediately that it is some sort of like decontamination hallway. Seems to be some sort of lab entrance on the other side.
I think we are getting close.
I forgot my hazmat suit at home, so
Right? Anyone else?
be careful. Everyone be careful.
Anyone else feel like we should have brought like hand sanitizer or something for this one?
Anyuk turns around again with like the gas mask helmet, and just gives both of you a look for a moment, and then turns back.
But you're wearing the gas mask.
You don't see the
just
look.
a stare.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the
eyes.
physical look of like the man in like the obvious gas mask turning to look at you as you're like, man, maybe we should have brought protective gear. Like turns around, looks at you, and then turns back.
Yeah, as soon as he turns back, Selena's just like,
And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna press forward through this like decon hallway towards the other end.
All right.
I was gonna ask if you wanted me to take point being invisible.
Yes,
basically.
you should be at the very least like
Okay.
up with me, if not in front.
Yeah.
yeah. Let Mr. Stabs take a stab at it. So
Uh-oh.
can I ask?
Carrie's thinking.
Carrie's deciding how bad an idea it was
Yeah,
for us
yeah.
to just walk into this decon hallway.
Can I ask something about the mind control or even just the telepathy power,
Okay.
just as a consideration? Because telepathy says I can communicate with any or all intelligent minds within 24 or 48 yards. Sorry. So with that, am I able to tell who's in my vicinity? Or because it doesn't really clarify within sight. It just says I can.
I don't think you'd be able to know like a GPS
Sure.
or anything like that, but I think it would just be like I think it would have to be if you like know that they're there sort of thing.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Totally. All right.
Okay, so we have Geist going first, invisible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Unless that's a bad idea.
No, I'm just I
Somebody else can go first if that's a bad idea.
Okay, so the other two are staying behind while Geist pushes forward a little bit.
I don't know that Kanyuk is strictly staying behind. I think it's more that Geist is taking point, so like he's a little bit ahead. But like Kanyuk is like also going into this room.
Okay. That makes
legit.
my confusion a little easier. So,
Yeah.
as you are stepping into this room, the motion trackers didn't pick up Geist, but they did pick up Kanyuk as you are like stepping in. You kind of look down as you step and you see one of those red laser motion sensors just touch your boot as you're stepping down, and you hear this blah, 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 just this alarm starting to sound.
Hey, say first day on the job.
Why would they have alarms set to go off every time anyone walks into this hallway? I mean, unless it's going to just spray us down to make sure we're not contaminated. In which case,
Or unless
this is fine.
it requires a card to get in, and they're approved to come in.
The card was to make the elevator come down. You can't blame me for thinking it would. It's a separate
This
system.
conversation is happening with bam, bam.
So now
We're all,
what?
like,
What?
arguing.
Yeah.
Like an old married couple.
Splinter, get in here. We stack on the door. If anyone comes in, we go. This might not be staying silent for much longer. It's
All
fine.
right.
We're ready for this.
I think it's pretty loud right now, actually.
Well, we deal with it as it comes. Listen, maybe this is expected noise. Maybe it's just lots of decon hallways go bam, bam, bam when they go off. It lets people know,
Possible.
like, oh, someone is coming in. Don't open the door.
Ben, you spend a lot of time in decon hallways.
So
More
I
than
run
you would
up-
think.
Fair
While
enough.
everyone's arguing, I run to the whatever the closest door is just to like be prepped.
Yeah, you get to the door at the other, basically the other side of this little decontamination chamber, and you do hear movement happening on the other side as people begin readying for the door to open.
We've got movement. Get under cover.
Is there anything in particular you would like to do to prepare for this door to open?
I have something, but if Splinter or Geist want to get any like weapons or anything ready first.
Can I get?
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna pull out a flashbang and then say, cover your eyes and your ears or whatever. Like, don't look.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking if I could, in a split second, I doubt if I could rig something with a sleep gas grenade to at least like
you could
pull the pin
one
but
to
keep
throw,
it. Yeah, I guess. Right, just prep one. So just pull the pin.
Yeah,
and
you
hold
both
it.
pull grenades. You're like,
The right before the door opens, Kanyuk is going to he's standing there ready. He's got like his rifle on the strap, with one hand on the grip of that. But right as the door opens, he thrusts his other hand out and starts to concentrate. And I would like to activate one of my powers, which is that I can do a force field
ooh,
in a medium burst template centered on me that will reduce incoming damage
nice.
and things. But I did take a modifier that I have to activate it in order to make use of that.
Okay.
And that is a success.
Okay. Yeah, so that is activating as this door itself is like basically overridden to open. You hear the door open up and you see rifles immediately being like slung in towards this. What does this force field look like?
It's not a force field in the typical like sort of like tangible or visible aspect of it. So it's not like there's like, projected like translucent field or anything. But basically what it does, because Kanyuk's powers all deal with like manipulating gravity, essentially. Gravity and like kinetic force. Basically what's happening is as soon as the bullets fired from these rifles get within like maybe 2 or 3 feet from us, it's almost like when bullets hit water, where like suddenly just almost all of the force that they had behind them is taken away, and they are like much slower and already sort of impacted by the time they would actually hit us.
Awesome. So you see these rifles flung into the room, and there's a moment where they just, it's no secret that you're not supposed to be here. Mm-hmm. And so as they fling these rifles in, you hear one of them pop, 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 just start firing into the direction. So that force field, mm-hmm. What does that do mechanically for?
Mechanically, it means that let me double check to make sure I have this like 100% right. But I'm pretty sure what it's doing is it reduces incoming damage by 4 points.
All right.
Nice.
If they're firing while they're doing that, if we're not going into action cards, I'm tossing the flashbang right into the room. Fire in the hole.
Does Splinter hold her
no, I think
action?
the flashbang. I want to say the flashbang goes off, and then the sleep grenade goes in.
Cool. Okay, so I rolled 2 hit Kanyuk and hit, but rolled 4 damage. So
okay.
Tell me how that looks as those bullets come and you just evade all the damage from that force field.
Yeah, I mean, I think what it looks like is really the bullets, like they're on target. They're definitely like aiming to hit us, and specifically like Kanyuk in the middle. But again, like as they get like maybe 2 or 3 feet away from him, where he has the edge of this force field projected to sort of cover the doorway and all of us, it's like they impact with something that like isn't there but still impacts the bullet. And so if you were to look at them like, you know, slow motion, you would see the bullets even crumple a little bit, like they've hit some sort of target. And then like as they continue to pass through, but it's like they've lost all of their energy and they just sort of like immediately tumble and like hit the floor by his feet and like bounce off of his chest.
Yeah, the camera like follows those bullets, watches them crumple, and then kind of follows them down to the floor, and then immediately spins back up to watch both Geist and Splinter toss in grenades into the room as you see like 3 people trying to move in to this containment hallway here. These grenades are tossed in.
Do you want me to make an athletics?
Yes, I'm gonna have.
I think that's what you use for grenades.
I'm pretty sure athletics.
I think
is
so
for
because
throwing
it's
things.
the throw. Yeah. Yeah. Both of you go ahead and make that.
That's a 4. And
That's
Oh, go on.
That's a 5.
Okay, so with flashbangs, they have to make a vigor roll or be stunned. And it's medium blast template, so it's actually pretty big.
I got a 14 on my vigor roll.
What?
These guys wore their eye and ear protection. They were doing the
Yeah.
right thing.
What do I have to do for this?
Yep, that's what I'm trying to get to over here. Sleeping gas grenade. Every target who doesn't wear a rebreather or a gas mask must make a vigor roll at -2 or be knocked out for 2d6 hours. Gas dissipates after 3 rounds. They killed it, didn't they? They did amazing.
I think this is the highest I've ever rolled in Savage Worlds ever.
Nice.
Ever.
No, Brian, not nice.
I just got a 31.
What?
Ooh.
What?
All right.
On an extra? Wow.
I'm rolling 1 die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
what I'm
31.
saying.
I
You rolled
believe it.
1 and you got, that's crazy.
So, I'm going to have the 3 of you. What is the check you have to roll
For what?
for the sleep
Oh,
sleep
shit.
grenade?
It's a vigor roll at -2 if we're not wearing a rebreather.
Well, yeah, well, the way I imagined that, I could be wrong, was that would be like you're throwing it into the next room. And
Well, so
hopefully
both of-
not on us.
Both of you throw it into this room. You hear the flashbang go off, and you hear a tink as with a 31, they basically baseball bat this grenade back into the room with you. And this gas just starts just pouring out. Everyone make that vigor roll.
I'm wearing a gas mask.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
are.
say,
He's good. Yep.
our buddy here's got a gas mask.
He's
Anya
gonna
would have
rub-
been a Boy Scout. He comes prepared.
Yeah,
Do you
he's gonna
have like
rub
some
it in our
sort of
faces.
magic anti-gas power?
I
That would
don't.
be
The force field doesn't really help from gas.
Do you have like wind? You got a wind turbine in there? Ooh. My usual
Maybe I could do. I could try a power stunt, but I feel like I can't do that while I have the force field going in the moment that the gas grenade is pushed back at us.
I don't 11 before the -2.
Nice.
That's a 3.
Do you want to spend a penny?
Yeah, I should spend a bit.
All right.
I don't want to.
I mean,
nap
I don't
for
mean to make you
6 hours.
spend any of your bennies, but yeah, it might be hard to haul you around.
I mean, presumably we could like wake her up if we needed to, but it might be nicer if we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, reroll.
Wait, what?
It's a 2.
Minus
Oh,
2?
Boy.
4. It's a 4, and then minus
Okay, okay.
2 is a 2.
Do you want to spend another one?
Oh man, how many bennies do I have again?
You start with 3.
3.
No boy.
And
Okay.
We've all been given 1 extra, so you would have had 4.
Well,
So
I'm
you're
down
down
to
to 2 now, I think.
New cards suck.
yeah. Okay, I'll do one more benny. And then
All right.
if the fates want me to sleep, I'll take a nap.
It's your character.
It's my
rookie
character.
thing, yeah.
Oh, nap time looks good. Let's do nap time. This is a 3 minus 2. That's a 1.
Damn.
It just kept getting worse.
Yeah, it did. I assume Kanyuk passed.
He didn't
Oh, he
have
doesn't
to.
I don't have to
He
roll.
doesn't have to make
Oh,
one.
If
I
I
thought-
have the gas mask, I don't have to roll at all.
Oh, gotcha.
Just
I just thought you didn't
immediately
have the
filtering it out.
negative penalty. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this grenade is shot back into this room. Your eyes fall onto it as it's hitting the ground and you're realizing what it is. Luckily, with the gas mask, you're not affected, but you do see Splinter kind of like... Rude.
Yeah. You Kanyuk, you hear in your head, it's like you and your stupid gas
As you watch Splinter hit the wall and kind of like slide down a little bit. And now we are going to draw action cards.
Age it down.
Sorry, Splinter. All right, we have Kanyuk. Ooh.
Jeez.
I think if they're incapacitated, they still get a card, just in case. I don't know.
Fair enough. Geist.
Quick, I'm gonna have you redraw the next one. See what we get. It's okay. Better than 5.
It's okay. Splinter.
Yay!
Heyo.
Good job, Splinter.
My quick got you that card.
Coming with that high roll.
Thanks, dog.
Oh, cool magic tricks.
And the agents.
Oh.
Okay. I was thinking about using a Benny to get a new action card, but if they have a king, I doubt there's a very low chance that I beat that. So
Right.
I'll take it. I've still got my
Okay.
force field up. That's up until I drop it.
So technically, no, it would still be the agents first, regardless. Okay. So after that goes off, you then see the agents kind of like pushing back to, stay away from the gas itself. They're taking steps back. The rifles are still trained at this room. You see a couple of them like ducking down to take some cover, and with that force field up, they're still gonna try and take some shots at you. Does that force field affect multiple people or just you?
So it's centered in. I have the modifier that lets it be like a medium blast template. I'm
Right.
sort of hoping and assuming that I can have it be somewhere between personal and that.
Okay.
And effectively, I have it such that it's sort of covering like the hallway directly in front of us.
Okay, perfect.
So any shots towards basically any of us in the team are suffering that damage penalty.
Okay, so this rifle fires off three more rounds, and you almost hear them muffle as they hit this force field. We kind of enter that slow-mo camera once again. I rolled a 9 on my damage.
Okay, with the -4, that is going to be less than my toughness.
Perfect. So these bullets are pushing through, but you can see as they're pushing through, they do have like a little bit more force than previous shots. Maybe your force field is weakening slightly or something, but
My focus is a little caught off guard by the fact that there's sleep gas all around me now, and I just heard Splinter take a nap.
Exactly. The only pain you feel is the heat of the bullets as they kind of start to burn into some of your clothing as they hit you. It's not the impact itself. All right, that is their turn. And let's see. Splinter, what are you dreaming about?
Probably Blockbuster.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Good
such
old
a
days.
wild time, right? You could go in, you could rent a whole console inside of a suitcase. She doesn't know that, right? But her dad told her about it. Right? So she's seeing her dad in the Blockbuster with a suitcase, and he opens it, but inside the suitcase is a sleeping grenade. That's slowly letting out gas inside of her dream.
Perfect.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there.
A lot to unpack there. Geist, what would you like to do?
So are at least 2 of the guards within spitting distance where I could get between them and hit 2 of them at once?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I whisper in the radio that I'm going to show them the ultimate blade whirlwind. And I'm going to take 2 fighting actions.
Oh lord, he has names for his attacks.
Using my frenzy ability. So the first guy's getting two of my attacks. I'll have to do a minus penalty. I don't know if people care about this stuff, but
Showcase, and it's fine.
Yeah.
okay. So first attack does an 8 hit.
Yep.
Okay, would you like me to do the damage for that one first?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta look up the damage. That's a D8 plus 6. That's 1. That is going to be a 9-10 damage.
Great. Go ahead and roll the attack for the other one.
Okay, so then slice, second guy. Here we go. Does a 5 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so this because of frenzy, and this is like improved frenzy. I actually hit him twice because I have a 9 and a 5.
Nice.
So I'm gonna roll my. That's only a 6 damage on the first one, and then this is a 9 on the second one.
Okay. Yeah, tell us how this attack looks. Do you become visible when that happens, or?
You know what? I'll say because of his hindrance, yeah, he comes up behind them, predator style, clicks the button off, and it's like surprise, and then does the quick slice across, slice down, and then maybe like a stab, like a couple times.
Nice. And it is full like Resident Evil laser hallway style, where you can just see pieces like sliding at various times as this person is just destroyed, both people, and their bodies, and chunks of bodies just fall to the floor. Perfect.
And you know what? How many guards are left? Is there a total?
Standing here now and kind of looking around, you see the 2 that had like taken some cover, and you see one other guard in the room, and they seem to be kind of like glancing. They don't actually seem to be a guard, but you see some other person in the room in the distance. They don't seem to be engaging.
I'll say, to be fair with all the actions and whatnot that I've taken, and plus turning the suit off, that I am fully visible for the moment. So.
Perfect. Cognac, you're up.
All right. I hear that there are 2 guards who have sort of dropped into cover, but that's not going to save them, because Cognac is going to also like leap forward into the fight. He once again like kicks off of the ground and is leaping forward at like just not necessarily faster than a person could, but like almost as though suddenly gravity isn't like holding him down, and he's able to like just leap forward and sail through the air. And he actually kicks off of the wall at one point as he leaps forward, and comes down towards one of these guards. And as he is sailing towards them, he has drawn a like tomahawk that he has stored on his vest, and he brings it forward in a very powerful strike, putting all of his force into this. And so I am going to be doing a wild attack.
All right.
This guard, and with the benefit of my leaping power, I get a +4 bonus to the damage instead of +2 if I hit. So hopefully I do.
Pretty cool.
It's badass.
He's not the best though.
Yeah, no, he's not the best, but he's pretty good. So with the wild attack, that's going to be a 9 total.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right. And as he swings down this tomahawk, it has a very large amount of force behind it, more so than a man of his size and stature should be able to put out. But it does strike into this guard, and he's looking at 11 points of damage.
That'll do it. Tell me how that execution looks.
Yeah, so again, Kanyuk is not the best. So Geist was all about this very sort of precise, swift sword play, hacking these dudes into pieces. Kanyuk just slams forward, and when he basically slams into this guard, he hacks forward with the axe, and it both chops into the guard's chest, and then as he follows through, it lifts him off of the ground and sends him flying into the air.
That's badass. That is fantastic.
Kanyuk, I bet Splinter just wishes she was awake right now. See this?
She could be learning a lot from the two of us if she had not, passed out from her own grenade. We'll give her a debrief later.
I didn't even think about it like that. That was her grenade.
Yeah.
And she's oh, that's good. Okay. Next round. We have Kanyuk. Hey!
Oh shit! All right.
Oh, we all get a Benny, right?
Yeah,
we all get a
everybody
Benny
gets a
back, too.
Benny. Awesome. We have Geist. Oh my god.
Oh my
What?
lord! All right.
I'll take it.
There they were. New cards.
It's not even cool. Okay. We have Splinter. That's accurate.
4's pretty good. 4's still cool, right?
Yeah.
And the guards. Damn, these are some high cards.
All right, listen.
Okay, so
Yeah, 4's pretty high
Drawing all
too,
the
right?
kings.
The guards probably could have had a chance if we hadn't gotten both of the jokers. So.
yeah, so with this, I will describe what it looks like the guards are moving to do, and then you can tell me if you want to use those jokers. These guards, you can see. I mean, there's just the one. There's just the one guard left now at this point. So you can see him basically standing up and rifle trained at just in intervals between the two of you as he's trying to kind of back up and put himself between the other person in the room and you. And he seems to be kind of ready to fire at whoever moves first, he thinks. You both have jokers. You can go at the same time if you want to do something together. Yeah, you can chat about it a minute if you want.
Guys, do you want to take the guard and I'll go for the other person? Because I can get down this hallway in one move. Assuming this hallway is not ridiculously long.
Is the other person armed?
From what you can tell, no. They seem to be holding
maybe-
a silver case of some sort.
Maybe ask them questions or grab the silver case before
Yeah,
they
no,
leave?
I think Kanyuk's plan would be to grab them, maybe grab the case, or at least get this person restrained somehow, and then start asking questions.
Okay, so yeah, you we do quick target acquisition or whatever. I got the guard, got the. So I'm going to do my stinging strike. So I throw out a throwing dagger. So I'm doing 2 actions, so I do have to take a penalty on this. This is my athletics -2, which I gotta make sure I'm rolling the right. Yes, I am. Athletics -2. That exploded. So I had 15 on that roll. So my throwing daggers are D8 plus the D4 plus the D6 because of the bonus damage. Okay, that's 6, 12, 13, 16. Does that... I
Yeah.
didn't even get to do the follow-up strike. So I throw my dagger and I'm getting my sword ready for the cool finisher, and then maybe it just like goes like straight in his neck and he falls over dead. Like,
Yeah, you watch him like drop his gun and just move the hands up to the neck. We'll say he's sitting there like choking and gurgling for a while, so if you want to.
oh, I'm gonna behead him then.
Yeah. Beautiful. While that was happening, what was Kanye doing?
Yeah, Kanyuk is like leaping again, sort of down the hallway, kicking off of the wall, running along it for a little bit, and like basically sort of not quite like barreling into this person like he did the guard, but sort of landing right in front of them and immediately trying to like essentially grapple them, I guess, because he's trying to like sort of grab the case out of their hand, turn them around, get them up against the wall in some sort of restrained position.
All right. Is there a grapple skill in this?
God,
Getting my systems
I
all
always
mixed
hate
up.
being the one to bring in grappling into games because
You
it's
have to
always
roll-
complicated.
I think
I'm
it's an
pretty sure it's
athletics
just
check.
opposed athletics.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. Let's
I
go for
was
that.
just looking at it. It's not as bad as other systems.
No,
though.
it's definitely a lot easier than a lot of systems. It's nice. All right, I got a 5.
Got a 1.
Okay.
So the camera though, like basically is from this person's point of view for a moment as the only guard standing between them and you drops their gun, hands move up to the throat, and then a figure just moves up beside, and with one slice the head slides off and crumbles to the floor as you push up and you're running across this wall around that mess to just then land down. How do you, since I rolled it like a 1, how do you go about like subduing this person?
Yeah, so as he's moving forward, Kanyuk does like he tucks the tomahawk back into its like sheath on his vest. And so when he lands next to them, he like probably does sort of like hit them once with just some like an open palm like to the forehead to stun them for a moment. And then like just immediately sort of spins them around, snatches the case out of their hands, gets their arms up behind their back, and like bodily shoves them against the wall. And is clearly operating with a little more like skill behind this move, because like he's not like a huge dude, but he clearly knows how to restrain someone.
Perfect. As this encounter is happening on the other side of this room, Splinter, you feel a sharp pain kind of in your chest. And your eyes shoot open. And you see, your vision is super, super blurred, but you hear a familiar voice. Quiet, but in your head also. You hear, "What do we have here?" It's Annabelle's voice.
Yeah,
And
I reply back, I messed up again.
And as your vision is still blurred, and you're blinking, you're sure this is just another dream that you've kind of fallen into. But as your vision focuses, you see S.P.E.A.R agent Annabelle Rumstead standing before you, kneeling. You see behind her 2 TYPHON agents standing on either side of her. assault weapons drawn. They're aimed past her into the room. What would you like to do?
So it's like it's they're not necessarily reacting to her presence.
They seem to be guarding her.
Seem to be guarding her. Gonna mentally say, I'm trying my best out here, Annabelle. I don't know what I can do to be better. Where are you?
And before we resolve that, we're going to switch back over to Kanyuk and Geist. You have this person subdued. Is your focus on the case?
Yeah, Kanyuk is going to like first say like, Geist, go check on Splinter over the microphone, and then he is going to doing his best to keep this person muscled up against the wall, just sort of look at the case. He only really has like one hand to work with, so I don't know if he'd be able to open it, but he can at least like get some sense of what's going on with it, and if it's not like immediately clear, he will ask this person like what's in this case.
Yeah, you can kind of flip the case. You're expecting it to have some sort of lock or like, bio lock something, but it's literally just like oh my gosh, I can't think of the word.
Like a thumb clasp?
Yeah, clasp. There's the word. Yes. It's just one little clasp, and you're able to kind of flick that, and this person that you're holding against the wall says, S.P.E.A.R should really be more cautious about where they get their intel. But then again, it seemed legitimate, didn't it? And as you open up this case, there's nothing in it. It's completely empty.
Awesome.
And at this point, too, Geist, you are turning to head back toward that decontamination room. And as you're turning, you look and you see two TYPHON agents with very large guns aimed into the room. And you see who you recognize as a fellow S.P.E.A.R agent, Annabelle Romstead, leaning down and talking to Splinter. In that moment, like while that scene was playing out, Splinter, Annabelle was saying to you, this virus could change the lives of millions of people. S.P.E.A.R wants to take that away from us. You know why? Because they're scared. They're afraid that we're right. Humans are going to be a thing of the past, weak meat suits with nothing but their stubborn opinions and stupid conclusions. Why be human when you could be so much more?
Annabelle, that's crazy. You can't force evolution. It just has to happen on its own. Everyone deserves a chance. You can't just weed it out.
I was really afraid you would say that. And I'm going to have you make an athletics roll for me.
What a weird thing for her to say to you while you're lying there on the floor, Splinter. What does that mean to you?
Okay, well that's a 7.
Well, I also got a 7. How do you break? Do you just roll again?
I think so. It depends on what it is. I think that's trying to happen.
I think let's roll again.
Okay. It's an 11.
Got an 11.
Oh my god. You both succeed. Both things happen.
That's amazing. So I will tell you what. Okay, so she says that, and you see one of these, TYPHON guards reach down to grab onto you and like shove you into the room with your
My best friends.
with your teammates. Yes. So I guess I will ask you, since they're both, so evenly matched, do you fight it? Do you go in? I will say with a success like that, it could even be like, sure, I go in, but I do this too. Like what would you consider a success in this scenario for Splinter?
Holy shit. God, I guess, yeah, I'll move into the room, but I don't know, can I like dislocate their wrist when they try it or something?
Yeah, I'll say roll unarmed strike damage.
Is that just a bear fighting?
I
It's
think.
just your strength.
Yeah,
Just my strength? Okay.
yeah.
It's a total of 10.
Okay. Yeah, you hear as they're like grabbing you to push you in, you just reach over with like a swift movement from both of your arms. You just kind of crack the wrist in the wrong way. You hear a snap, and you hear them kind of like grunt, almost like they're trying to hold in that there was any sort of pain there. But you know what you did, and you step out into that room. At this point, there's one weapon aimed at you and one weapon aimed at Geist, and Cognac is probably becoming aware of the situation at this point as well, kind of looking off in this direction.
The last thing that happened with Cognac was this person like basically telling him like, oh, like S.P.E.A.R should get better information, and like that's his signal of like, oh shit, something's up. So Cognac becomes aware of this situation precisely the moment after he kicks that person's knee and shoots them in the back of the head.
Fantastic. I won't even have you roll because it's cool. And they're an extra, so honestly. Yeah, you easily like sweep, just put the gun, full execution. The gunfire barely catches Geist and Splinter's attention because you know what happened. You know what happened behind you. You don't have to question it.
It's very quiet too. It's a very quiet gun.
You see Annabelle stand up. I made sure S.P.E.A.R would send you, and she's looking at Splinter when she says it at this point. And I wanted to give you the choice. Join me, join TYPHON, and she kind of motions to the facility around her. Leave S.P.E.A.R and join me in making humanity greater than it could ever be on its own.
Did I miss this? Did the TYPHON agents, do they look like animals or anything?
They are pretty heavily armored. Make a notice roll, though.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I don't know if it might be a notice roll for me too. Cognac like sees this situation, realizes, his mind is racing with what's been going down. He also glances behind him. There was another door at the other end of the room that we had gone into with the guards and everything, right? Or wasn't there? I thought I remembered you saying a door, but maybe I'm misremembering that.
Luna, you're being so loud. Stop. There was another door, yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I said that, but there is another door.
Okay. Glancing backwards at that, does that door look like it has another like lock or keypad on it or something, or does it look like he might be able to just go through it?
It looks like he could probably just go through it. And I will say, kind of getting a better view of the scene around you now at this point. Everything in here is like that, steel, like stainless steel counters, like in labs. It's very lab-like in here. So everything's got that like shimmer to it. Even the door. Like the door is that same like metallic.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I failed my notice roll, so.
I'll let Splinter respond to this olive branch of betrayal.
I'll say
Ooh,
while
boy.
I'm listening to, and while I'm just kind of nonchalantly pulling my bow out.
Make a stealth roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Your
just trying.
collapsible Hawkeye bow. Just a very
It's like-
slow.
I won't. Yeah, I'm probably not. I don't have the suit activated yet either, so. I just lost my D8. Okay, hang on. Oh shit! I maxed out on both of them. And that's a 9 on the 1, and on the wild die it was a 7. So I'll take the 9.
All right. Yeah, so as well, let me roll. As of
Oh,
right
and-
now,
I am wearing a stealth suit if that helps, but
Yeah,
otherwise it's a
we'll
raw
say-
9.
yeah, we'll say absolutely you're like pulling out this bow and your arm is positioned in such a way where the bow is beginning to like come out but behind your arm. So it's impractical to use as,
Yeah.
in that position, but you're hiding the fact that you are getting it ready. Splinter.
Oh, boy. Splinter, I think she has right. One hand is just kind of opening and closing at her side. She's looking over at Annabelle, kind of thoughts racing through her head, trying to consider what she's saying. Right. Annabelle's been someone that Splinter's really looked up to throughout her whole career at S.P.E.A.R, even a little bit before that. And she looks down and she finally looks up. And she says, Annabelle, that's fucked up, man. No, you Darth Vader piece of shit. That sounds dumb as hell. Fuck this.
That is amazing. She begins taking a few steps back at those words, and you see the two TYPHON agents kind of move together to shield her from you for a moment. She says, "It's a shame, really. I was hoping you'd join willingly." You hear the vents in the room begin to hiss. As something begins, you can see it like clouds forming around the vents. Soon enough.
Gas mask.
She says, "Soon enough, you'll have no other choice. You and the rest of the city will be at my beck and call tomorrow morning. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a flight to catch." And she turns around, and you see her walking toward the elevator that had been called down to step back into. She waits there while you see the two TYPHON agents close the doors.
Is there any chance, like, maybe I'd have to spend a Benny to do it or something? Can I do something like as Kanyuk sees like all of that going down? And,
Yes.
And probably hears at least enough of it to have a sense of what's going on.
Absolutely. What would you like to do?
I'm going to use a power here, but before I do, I'm going to use a power stunt. So I will spend a Benny to do that. And I'm gonna do the power stunt to I don't know if it would be the push stunt. Just lets you like increase a power. Oh, it's increase a power by up to 5 superpower points. So if I can use that to do modifiers too, that's what I would be doing here essentially.
Yeah, I think that's how that works.
And funnily enough, I'm using it to push my push power.
Push section.
Is going to which is going to trigger mechanically. It's a cone template. I'm sort of hoping and assuming that is going to catch literally everyone.
Okay.
Who's like in this hallway and room here. So both Annabelle and these TYPHON guards, probably also Splinter and Geist, which at this point Kanyuk has mixed feelings about. And so First off, everyone in the cone is immediately distracted, which means they take a -2 penalty to both their trait rolls.
Nice.
And then they all need to make. Well, I need to roll to do this first, I suppose. That is an ace, which is what I was hoping for. Cool, that is an 11 total, so this is with a raise. So everyone needs to make a strength roll at -2 on top of distracted.
-2.
So they're rolling at -4.
Great.
We were. I thought we were gelling.
Listen, I thought we were friends, but I also thought we were here to get this virus. And I thought that we weren't going to be betrayed. And we all thought a lot of things going into this mission.
So is this like a double betrayal? Because you're betraying us.
If you want to take it that way, I guess.
You still have time to betray us too, Geist. You know, you could
Alright.
get in on it, right?
Okay, so Annabelle rolled a
-4?
7. Yeah, -4. Annabelle got a 7.
Okay.
One of the TYPHON guards got a 0 after everything, and one of the TYPHON guards got an 8.
Okay. I mean, they
gotta
just need to succeed, or this is just a succeed or fail roll.
Okay, gotcha.
It's just that it has the -4 modifier.
Yes,
on it
yeah.
Between the distraction and the strong modifier. Oh wait, actually, that would be a -6 total because I forgot I boosted this too strong.
Right.
So TYPHON, the both of those who passed would pass even with that additional -2.
Okay, yes, right. Because there was a 6 or a 7 and an 8. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so they would both pass anyway, which is unfortunate.
So should I spend a Benny? Is this like instant death?
Yeah, what does it do?
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Anyone
thing
who
to know.
fails this roll is going to be knocked back 3d6 inches, which potentially causes damage if they would be knocked back into a wall.
Okay.
Which you probably will, because 3d6 inches is a lot of feet.
Yeah.
Oh, and I rolled pretty well on the knockback distance too. So this could be messy if you fail.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna spend a Benny because I definitely failed.
I'll try to roll my strength roll again.
Yeah.
I hope it
My
explodes.
apologies, but Kanyuk has been burned before, and he doesn't like the idea of it happening again. So he's wigging out a little bit.
Well, technically, I don't know if this is how this would work because I don't remember how it works when you do a critical on a reroll. I think you still get to pick the better of the two rolls because I spent a Betty. So
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, and if not, you can right now.
So I failed it either way.
All right, roll that damage.
Okay,
For-
so everyone's being knocked back 13 inches, which would be 26 yards. I assume that this room is not that long.
No.
So they're going to take some damage, and I just want to double check exactly how the damage from knockback works. Collision.
There's like this moment where the whole room goes silent, and then as it bursts, you see all of these steel tables like flip up and fling towards the walls, along with like all of the people that are being pushed as well.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I feel bad about this. The knockback damage is 2d6
killed
plus
everyone.
the distance. So everyone who failed is looking at 22 points of damage. Very sorry.
Don't do this to your teammates. Okay.
Oh boy.
This was the
I
real
gotta say-
betrayal all along.
I have to spend a Benny to try to soak. Because that's like 22 minus my toughness is probably gonna be at least a few wounds, right?
At least a few.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I only have 7 toughness, Brian. So thanks, thanks for that.
Hey, it wouldn't incapacitate you. It's not gonna knock you out. It's just gonna put you at 3 wounds.
Only just.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Only
gonna
just.
Spending my Benny to try to soak. Soak is vigor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Come on, explode in vigor. That's a 7. So it didn't do a raise. So what? I minus 1 of the wounds then.
Yeah, you would soak
Correct.
1 wound.
So I have 2 wounds, right?
Yeah, if you would have taken 3, then you would take 2 instead.
Okay.
I'm just at minus 2 for everything. Okay, it's okay.
Guess I'll spend a Benny to soak as well. Brian. Cool power, Brian.
Listen,
Cool.
You shouldn't,
It is pretty cool. It looks
It is.
Yeah.
Listen,
awesome.
it is
Doesn't-
pretty
you
cool,
know-
especially because like it's not like most of the time when you see things like this, it's like it's like this blast of like force that's like wind and everything. This is just like every physical object in the room is suddenly like thrown against the wall as though gravity is suddenly that way instead.
I'm sure Geist is appreciating it aesthetically.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen. If anyone
Yeah.
would.
As he's flying against the wall, he's wondering, wait, I thought Splinter said no to the betrayal.
Yeah, I rolled a 5 on the soak roll. So
So that's
It's 1 success.
1. Yeah.
one success.
So you're at a minus 2, or you're at 2 wounds, which is minus 2.
So that happens, and then as soon as he's done doing that, Kanye takes off the other way for that door at the other end of the hallway.
Okay. And just for the sake of time being an issue here, we will draw some action cards for this next go round. We have Cognac,
Awesome. There we go. Back to business.
Iced,
Redraw, quick.
okay. I put that on the top of the fucking thing.
Is it 8?
8. It's a see-through 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Splinter,
3 for me.
I am, for the sake of this, going to draw for the guards and Annabelle separately. So we'll do the guards
Cool.
and Annabelle. Oh,
Hey, we all still get bennies though. That's the good news.
I don't know about that. Usually, I in my past games, if the enemy draws a joker, the players do
lose
not get a
bennies?
penny. No,
All right. No, it's all right.
just a little home rule.
I mean, that's a fair home rule, I think.
Okay, so for Annabelle's turn, all she does is head into this I almost said envelope. It's a what is it?
It's an elevator.
Elevator.
She,
Getting late.
she
I'm
gets
all
in an envelope, and the guards pick it up and they put it in the mail slot, and she disappears.
I'm all GM'd out apparently. I'm like, I don't know. It's in the
My
elevator.
stuff is hard.
And you just see her push a button. She has her little key card here. She puts it over, puts it in, pushes a button, waves, and the doors close. The guard, or the TYPHON guard that got hit by your power slammed up against the wall, and you heard a snap in the neck, and they just crumpled down. So you are only dealing with one guard currently. Did anyone else want to redraw? I didn't think to ask that, but I had a joker, so it's fine.
No, I'll accept
No.
my fate with the 3.
All right. In that case, the one guard remaining is going to attempt to close this door. And it's going to be a little bit harder now that there's just one of them. And with
I'll
a
say-
2,
No, I was just gonna make a joke like to that guy, like, Hey, we just got betrayed. Maybe we can work together. But I'm not gonna do that.
She didn't
You're
take
like-
your offer, but I will.
He's sitting there trying to pry these doors closed, and it's just a lot harder than he was expecting. You see him a little bit nervous as he's kind of looking up at the gas that is leaking from the vents. Geist, you're next.
I literally don't know what to do. So she's alive. There's one guard.
She is alive. She says she has a plane to catch, and she's heading up. One guard does not have his weapon trained on you and is trying to shut you into this room, basically.
Since the mission, I'm just trying to get in my headspace here. The mission's FUBAR, in more ways than one. So I'm gonna go towards that guard because I just want to get out of here. Is Splinter up too?
I'm alive.
Okay. If I communicate to you, is there a way to only communicate to you and not to our buddy that just did that to us?
Yeah, I don't think he can hear whatever you try to tell me.
Okay. I didn't know if we had to use like our communicator.
Presumably, there's some way to like turn off the microphone.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as
there's a way to-
telepathy, I can just communicate, but I don't have the switchboard modifier.
We'll say the camera zooms in on your neck, and there's a little switch, and you just switch it over to Splinter.
I'd say let's either get out of here or at least clear the way if we have to run. You know, like let's just make sure our escape route's clear. So then I run towards that guard. I'm no longer in my multi-attack mode because I can't afford to take a -2 voluntarily. So I would just cut him up real good.
All right, make those rolls.
Okay, so I'm gonna use Frenzy still. So I'm gonna see. It's technically 2. Sorry. This whole event has just been so stunning that. Right. So here we go. First attack. Does a 7 hit this guy?
It does.
Does an 8 hit that guy? So I hit him twice. With my frenzy. So I'm going to get the weapon damage out here. 8 plus a d6. First is 13, 17. Second attack is 10. And a 10.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I was checking something. He as you rush up to him, he immediately, like, he's trying with this door and it's so close. He's got it like halfway. If that other person would have still been here, the doors would have been closed. But you see him struggling, and he just waits a second too long to try to defend himself. He lets go of the door, reaches for his rifle to bring it up to try to just block you. Him going into block, how does this kill look?
So I was going overhead strike, but it's actually a fake out to make him move his rifle up, and then I just circle back around and go right up his crotch.
Brutal.
Ouch. Yeah, slice. You hear this just like scream of pain before this figure crumples down into an already like bloodied hallway.
And I'm just holding out hope that my rolls are good with the -2 after this.
We'll say Splinter and Cognac, you can do whatever you'd like. We're out of the combat round technically. Cognac, you said you were running toward the
door that seems to lead further into this facility. Cognac is not giving up on this mission just yet.
Yeah, you rush over to that door, grab onto it, open it up, and as you're pulling it open, it's like a like those like big freezers, how it kind of like suctions shut. You open it up and it's kind of like that, and you look in and you see those same steel countertops, and you see places where lab equipment is kept, and you see places where vials are kept, but those particular containers and cabinets are empty. They're just cleaned out.
He's still gonna look through the room. He's just like furiously throwing open cabinets, like knocking things off of shelves if they appear to be empty, and like just looking for any signs of this virus or any of the work that would have been related to it.
Yeah, perfect. You move in and you're just starting to like destroy this room as you're searching it, basically.
Yeah, Splinter's gonna get up, right? She's like kind of nursing her arm and limps over to the door and opens it, and he's like, and just kind of yells in, "It's not in here, you fucking idiot! Why do you think they keep it in here after betraying us? Mr. Oh, layers upon layers fucking blew us all to shit."
And Cognac is just swearing in Russian, just a fluid, continuous stream. And when Splinter first calls out to him, he doesn't even respond. He's still like finishing sweeping through one cabinet, just throwing things on the floor. And then when he's done with that, he finally spins around and he has his rifle up, trained at her. And he's just staring with the obviously expressionless ballistic helmet and gas mask. And he calls out, also like just over, out loud, not through the sub-vocal mics, and just calls out, "Who are you really working for, huh? TYPHON? Ares? The Pope?"
Oh, fuck, man. Look, Stabs, let's get the hell out of here. The mission ain't this anymore. It's Annabelle. Annabelle's the mission. Not whatever the fuck was in this room. It's her. It was her from the beginning. I don't got time for aliens or the Vatican or fucking Bigfoot. She just went up that elevator. We gotta get up that elevator. Fuck, my arm hurts, man. Shit.
I have my eyes out. And Cognac starts moving back towards the door, assuming there's no other like exits from this room. This was like a lab room. And he just starts heading back towards that elevator, moving quickly.
Correct. I am also going to need Geist and Splinter to make a vigor roll for me.
Carrie, why?
5.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 8 minus 2, 6.
Great. Yeah, perfect. This cloud is covering the whole ceiling at this point, and it's moving down further. You're getting like wafts of this just odd smelling gas. It doesn't seem to be the same gas that knocked you out, Splinter. It's something else. And you're just kind of like covering your nose best you can. You're running out of time to get out of here.
The elevator door was only like half closed by the one
it's
TYPHON
open.
guard who was able to do that, right? So like we can get into the shaft.
So the door that he was closing was the door to the decontamination room.
Ah, okay.
The elevator has gone up by now.
Gotcha. Would we be able to get like the doors to the shaft open again though?
Yeah, they're only like half closed. He didn't get a chance to oh, you mean the elevator shaft.
Yeah,
you
the
could try.
shaft.
Yeah, you could try. It was easy enough for you on the way in. You assume you can.
Yeah, no, Cognac he like steps up and starts doing that. Moving much more like swiftly and forcefully than he was the first time around.
Yeah, as he's doing that, Splinter's standing behind him. Oh, let me give you a hand. No, I can't, because someone blew me against the fucking wall.
How long do healing checks take in Savage Worlds?
10 minutes. I
10
looked
minutes?
it up.
All right.
Forever. unless you have the healing power.
No, I do not. That's not really in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know that there's any way to spin gravity as healing people.
Is it Geist to just be like, do any of your magic powers include healing?
There's more under the breath swearing from Kanye as he gets these doors open.
Yeah, you pull those open and you're able to see, the same, wires that you slid down.
And
well, that's convenient.
Like the elevator car of a couple floors.
Yeah,
up.
you can see it up. Yes.
I don't suppose they left the hatch in the bottom open. I know. I'm pretty sure they would. They probably. Well, actually, would there be a way to easily close that from the inside?
Right.
I don't know.
Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
All right.
1 through 3 is in your favor.
I should roll my bad d6. Nah, I got a 4. Oh, well.
4. Yeah, the hatch looks to be closed. That, or there's something blocking where the light would be coming through the hatch. You're not sure.
All right. I don't know.
I will say.
So the climbing gear is still attached, though, right? Is that what we're seeing, or no?
To the cables. It might be. It might have gotten like pushed down a little bit by the elevator coming down, but it probably.
I'd say if you left it on there, it is probably all just like bunched together, unless you took it off when you exited. I'll let you kind of decide which one you would have done.
I feel like we would have left it because that would be an easy. We
Way
knew
up.
that we were probably going to have to go back up
Right.
to get out, so I feel
And
like
also-
leaving it on the cables makes sense.
Total newbie mistake, right? I'd forget and just leave it there.
Did the guards have a key card on them or anything?
You think to check the guards, you look over. Yeah, there's a TYPHON key card.
I got a key card. Beep boop.
Yeah, you can walk over and easily like insert that, push the button, and you hear the sound of the elevator lowering.
Get your climbing gear before.
Yeah, this happens like as Kanye has stepped into the elevator shaft and was clearly preparing to like jump back. And then like he hears that and he sees the elevator start coming down and he like glances over his shoulder, swears again, and then like hastily
I'm
detaches
sorry.
the climbing
I
equipment
should have warned
and
you.
jumps back out.
that
Maybe
there
you
was
should
gonna
ask.
be
Right?
an
Maybe you should
elevator
ask
coming
who.
down.
You should ask who the elevator works for. Maybe.
I'm going to shoot both of you when this is over.
You might as well have already, buddy. So, cool mission. Cool
My guts
mission,
feel
Gorky.
like jelly.
Are you spies or not? Huh? We all work for S.P.E.A.R. That's what you're saying. That's your story right now. They don't let just anybody in here. Suck it up.
No, they let crazies in here. Apparently, fuck. Oh, my fucking arm hurts, man.
I'm definitely
Ugh.
staying invisible now.
I imagine Geist just does that after Kanye is like, suck it up, and Geist just like.
This entire conversation happened with elevator music behind it.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely like as the elevator comes down and once we get in.
Mm-hmm. The doors open and you have 3 rounds to stop Annabelle.
Oh.
Cinematically here, this elevator opens and the 3 of you rush out. From the way that you've been handling these other guards, it's easy enough to sort of montage that you push your way through whatever guards are there to hold you back. Even with the, wounds and the penalties, you're able to push through, work together reluctantly as a team. As you are shoving through, there's not very many of them, maybe a dozen from here to the exit itself. And as soon as you burst through these exit doors, you rush out. You hear the sound of the private jet starting. Engine, heating up. It's ready to go. You can see from this distance the door open, and you can see Annabelle walking up into the jet. Now, we are going to draw some action cards. So, we have Cognac.
Whoa. Classified.
Redacted.
We don't know what Cognac got.
Your card is redacted.
Just trust me. Trust me when I go.
Ooh.
Oh,
nice.
Finally,
nice.
one of us gets a king.
Yeah, king. We have Geist.
Jack.
Hey, Jack.
That's not too bad.
Nice,
give me the
nice.
2. Come on.
We have Splinter.
Ah.
Hey.
Aces.
And we have Annabelle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Benny.
Mm.
We
That's
have
fair. She's
Annabelle.
probably
Fuck,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Good try, though. That's good.
All right, so Splinter.
Can I see the pilot?
Make a notice roll.
I can't just look through the window.
It's a kind of
pretty
a
far
distance.
away,
Yeah, it's
isn't it?
kind of a distance at this point.
How
Yeah.
much of a distance, though? For no particular reason.
Yeah.
Well, so this facility has that front parking lot,
Mhm.
and then it's got the road or street or however that looks, and then on the other side of that is the private airport sort of thing. So
Okay.
We're talking within 72 feet or not?
I 72 specifically.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Would
Just
you
asking.
say within long range of a rifle? Maybe
I would say
to
yes.
move up.
I would say yes.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't roll great on the notice roll, so I'm gonna. Oh man, I don't know if I want to spend a Benny on just a failed notice roll.
I am going to give you all a Benny for the elevator conversation.
Oh, thank you.
Oh
by the
boy.
way.
Okay, yeah, I'll use a Benny.
Cool. I always I feel like I give bennies too late from things because I don't want to interrupt the scene, and then sometimes I just forget. I'm that was really good, and then we just move on, and I'm no, you forgot the Benny. But
Okay, that's a 5 on a notice roll.
okay, you can basically see the silhouette of the pilot. The windows of this private jet have that same crimson red glass that this dome has. But you are familiar enough that you know where the pilot would be. So by focusing on that, you're able to make out the faintest little silhouette.
So does the notice roll take up my action for this turn?
No.
Or okay?
No.
I want to move as much forward as I can and try to mind control this person thing.
Talking is a free action as always. Cognac does mutter that he'll take care of the pilot, or that he should be able to take care of the pilot.
How'd you trust him?
Yeah,
I
this is a
don't.
valid question. Do you trust Cognac?
I feel like Cognac's gonna, if I move forward, he's gonna assume that I'm running to catch up. Man. You say that, but I don't know that.
Do we see?
Um,
do we see Annabelle right now? I can't
Yeah, she
remember.
is.
You're
was going
watching
on to-
her walk into the jet.
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, okay, I'm gonna take some shots with my rifle. It's the best I can think of.
At the pilot or at Annabelle?
The free action talk man told me he's taking care of the pilot, so I'm I'm gonna shoot at Annabelle.
We have 3 rounds. I have 1 plan.
I'll take some shots at Annabelle.
All right.
Okay, here come the shooting rolls.
Is there a range? Oh, maybe I shouldn't ask. Never mind.
I mean, you have a rifle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's fine.
No, either way, I only rolled a 3. So.
We're using movie logic. You can snipe with a pistol.
Woo! No, I only rolled a 3.
Yeah, so
You got any Bennies?
I have 1. I have a Benny, which I just kind of want to save for the very last moment if something goes wrong. I mean, it already is, but no, I'm gonna hold on to the Benny. All
right. Yeah, so you fire. There's a ping on the side of the jet that grabs Annabelle's attention. She hears that bullet hit. She glances back. She sees the 3 of you rushing out, and you just see her turn attention away from you to continue toward the jet entrance. All right. Cognac, you're up.
All right. I'm trying to double check. I'm pretty sure I remember, like, reloading is like an action in Savage Worlds. I'm pretty sure, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Cognac takes just a moment to, like, survey this scene, realizes what's happening, sees the jet there, and for my first round is just going to very calmly eject the magazine from his rifle and load in a magazine of armor-piercing rounds.
Oof. Nice. Is that the full turn?
He moves up a little as he's doing this, just to make sure he's got
Oh, yeah. That's cinematic as fuck. I love it. Okay. Geist.
Well, I'm kind of not a long distance kind of dude. I mean, I have my pistol. That's the furthest I can shoot because otherwise I have like a compound bow. How's this? I'm gonna run, like, use my entire turn running, but also, God, I don't have. Isn't persuasion a core skill?
Not for S.P.E.A.R agents. We have different core skills.
You know what? I'll make an unskilled check as I'm running to get closer, to try to BS to as a some sort of test to be like, wait, something like, wait, you forgot this important document. You can't leave this behind. So I'm trying to make her distracted, essentially.
Okay.
So there's an invisible voice yelling across the tarmac. Wait, you forgot this. So I'm gonna make this unskilled check. It's a D4 and my wild die.
You have to beat a 13.
13!
Oh,
and I'm at a -2 for unskilled and a -2 for the injury.
For the injury, yep.
It's hurting my jaw for some reason.
That's where you hit the wall. You like hit with your jaw?
Yeah. Ouch.
Okay, that was only a 5, so it would have been a 1. So yeah, it was unsuccessful.
Yeah, you're shouting out, trying to get her to wait, but you just see her turn, and on her turn, she does make it into the jet, and you see the door beginning to close.
But am I close enough now that I could do something next turn? Hopefully?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Round 2. Cognac.
Okay.
Geist.
Okay.
Splinter.
Well.
Draw two. I want to see 2.
Yeah, come on, 3 or 2.
That's a lot more than 2.
Womp.
It's a lot
Can
more
I
than 2
spend a
clubs
Benny
on that
now to
card.
redraw?
Yeah, sure, you can.
And
That looks like
Benny.
That looks like a misprint to me. I think that was actually the 2. Oh my god.
You got a 10 as well.
What was her suit?
You go first.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else want to redraw, or are you good to save it for the last hurrah?
I'm still I'm not doing anything
Right.
that is initiative time this turn. Really.
Great. All right, Geist. What's your go?
I'm going to run up the little stairway. So it's probably moving a little. You really
Yeah,
can't
it's like moving to come up and close. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't die when he crushes the plane or whatever he's gonna do. I quick say to her, "Where's the?"
Just real quick. Go ahead and roll agility.
Oh, great. Agility or athletics? Because this is I feel it's an athletic feat.
I'll let you choose. Basically, what's happening here, this is going to decide whether you are like holding on to this as it's closing, or if you're able to actually push yourself inside.
All right, I'm rolling athletics then. Both hit their maxes, so
Yeah.
12 minus 2 or 14 minus. No, wait.
Either way.
12 minus 2 is 10, so I got 10.
Yeah, you can easily basically you're running up, you're like slam dunk style grabbing onto the hatch as it's closing, pull yourself up, and you just roll in.
Awesome,
land,
baby.
slide down, land on your feet. Annabelle turns around to look at you. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I say, where's the shut off?
Okay.
Does she respond?
What you can gather from her right now is she just looks really impressed that you're here.
She can't really see me though. She just knows I'm there.
Oh yeah. She just turns like she's looking around. Yeah, we'll say she's probably. Is there like a notice mechanic to see you?
It sounds like with cloak, I add a stealth +4 stealth rolls against visual detection. So it's probably an opposed roll.
Okay, so I got a 5 on my perception.
Okay, so the suit itself is a +4, and then I'll roll a d8. But I'm probably bleeding too, so I'm gonna take that -2 to it. So we'll see here. That was a 6 + 4 -2, so 10 -2.
All right, so still enough. Right now, she can't tell where your voice is coming from. She's turning. You see her like kind of backing up, basically looking at this entrance and not seeing anybody.
But Geist is gonna have a little fun with this, and then he remembers the shadow and says, "The shadow knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men."
He likes Ryan Gosling and also very old folk heroes. I like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Okay, it is her turn now, and man, I have no idea what she would do. Let me think about this. There's an invisible man in the plane. I think she. I think you would see her pull a weapon from an ankle holster. Very, very small. Doesn't really look very comfortable holding it. You can tell that immediately, but pulls a weapon from an ankle holster and kind of points it out. Points it out in the way that you recognize she's not trained to handle a weapon. You can see as she's pointing it out, her arms are basically elbows are blocked, and she's just kind of holding the weapon towards the door, turning it all around, and she says, Where are you? And I think she's gonna fire, but I'm gonna put this at a -4 penalty as well.
Geist couldn't help himself and he was like talking, so it was kind of revealing a general area too.
Yeah. So she fires and the bullet like ricochets off of the hatch as it is closing. So Geist is inside of this room. The hatch has, or this jet, the hatch has closed. She's fired, and that is her turn. Oh no, in the midst of things, I moved all my cards around. One of you had a 6 and one of you had a 5. I think Splinter had a 6.
I'm pretty sure I had the 5, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Splinter, you are up.
Okay. Am I able to move into range to be able to try and mind control either Annabelle or the pilot? And I mean, I don't know if that takes my full movement to be able to do so, though.
I think that well, you. I would say yes. Yeah.
You would take my full movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use up the turn, take my full movement, and move forward, because otherwise, I mean, I can't do much from outside.
I will say too, by like moving forward, that full movement, you can see the pilot now kind of moving to basically like get into position to begin to actually fly this plane. So you do have a better view of the pilot. Okay. Cognac, what would you like to do?
Cognac, on his turn, is going to he's like been walking forward. He loaded in the magazine of armor-piercing rounds in his rifle, and at this point he drops down to one knee and gets in a shooting stance and raises the rifle to his shoulder, looks down the scope, and is trying to draw a bead on the pilot.
All right.
If you'd like me to also make a notice roll to do that, I am happy to do so. But
I think with the scope, I'd say you're fine at this point.
Right.
Takes you a moment to focus on the right place, and then go ahead.
And so mechanically, what Cognac is doing is using this turn to aim.
Perfect. You're really holding on to that third round coming in clutch sort of thing.
It's all going into one shot. He's got one shot at this.
I love it. Okay. Round 3. We have Cognac. Geist. Splinter.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Annabelle. I'm gonna use another Benny.
No.
Annabelle. Fuck!
Way to go, Annabelle.
Way to go, Annabelle.
Killing it with the bennies.
All right, Geist, you are up first. You are invisible in a jet that is like you feel just that little lurch as the wheels are slowly beginning to creep forward.
All right. Well, I'll say that was my free action. I'll say you've got one chance. Tell me how to shut this gas off, and I'll let you live.
She actually laughs.
You know, it wasn't that funny a joke, honestly.
Well, I'm gonna go medieval, I guess, and slice and dice time.
So anyways, I started slicing.
So anyways, I started slicing. So I'm at a -2. I'm gonna do frenzy, so that's gonna be a -2 to both of those attacks. Well, yeah, I get to use an extra fighting dice. It's not a
Wild attack. It's all coming down to this anyway. Just go for it.
But what does that give me?
It gives you a +2 to hit and damage, but it makes you vulnerable.
So that would negate my wound penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Listen,
let's do that.
You don't have to worry about being vulnerable if the person you're attacking is dead. So.
Sure. Good idea.
Very true.
You're a good influence sometimes.
All the other times, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Let me get 2 d10s so I can accurately do this. Okay, so that was an 8 on one of them. Does that hit?
It does.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll the damage for that. I'm actually gonna do something funny. If it doesn't explode. Let's see, a D8. And the right die. Okay, D8 plus D6. 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that enough to kill her?
It is.
Okay. So I just rush forward and just slice like diagonal across.
Okay. What we're gonna have this entire last round be cinematic in that case. Why don't we have Cognac roll the rifle roll. Shooting. There's the word.
Yes. So Cognac is shooting, and having prepped the AP ammo and aimed with his scope. The camera. I love like doing camera stuff in games like this.
Yeah, me too.
So like this, the camera like goes into the scope for a moment, and we see that Cognac has a smart fire scope, which means it's like feeding him information on like what's the precise range to the target, what's the wind speed and direction and everything. So he has all of the information at his disposal to fire off a called shot to this pilot's head. By virtue of the scope and aiming and the smart fire and everything, I am negating the long range penalties and have a +3 that helps mitigate the called shot penalty to the head, and I rolled really high, so I got a total of 16.
Woo!
Nice.
Shooting roll.
Yeah, roll that damage.
All right.
Extra D6.
And this bullet sails through the window with a total of 6 AP, which hopefully is enough to break through the glass easily.
Yes.
And hit the pilot. And the pilot is looking at a total of 20 damage.
Whoa.
All right, so there's this moment, Splinter, where you're beginning to enter this pilot's mind.
Oh no. Why can't I have good timing in this adventure? Oh no. Go on. Okay, well.
Feel his death.
This is the worst Tuesday ever.
Listen, this is at least going along with my long-running plan of always ruining Alex and just destroying all the nice things he wants to have.
It's like this equivalent of when you're falling asleep and you have a falling dream. Like, you are just drifting into this pilot and then BAM! You are shocked back into your own self. There's like this moment of yourself kind of like steps back a little bit, like cautious, sweating from whatever just happened. Geist, as you're slicing, you hear the glass shatter. You hear the gunfire glass shatter, and you just hear a spatter of brain and blood inside of the cockpit. And as Annabelle's body falls, she falls and her arm kind of like falls limp, and the camera pans down to her forearm, where you see a tattoo. Clone number 023. And at this point, Cognac, in your earpiece only, you hear containment protocol activated. And from behind you, the entire Mars Corp facility explodes. there is one explosion after another, and then all of the crimson glass is shattered outward. It's enough of a force that all of you are like, Kanyak and Splinter, you are shoved onto like your hands and knees, looking back at the shrapnel of this explosion as glass and debris are flying everywhere. The jet itself just rocks slightly, scoots just a little bit, but was luckily far enough away from the explosion. The jet kind of like slams back down, and you hear rattling, the clinking of glass. You look towards that and you see vials and samples of the SOMA virus.
Is the virus samples are in the plane? So I gather them up, and I can't fly, and also there's a big hole in the windshield. So does it? I would ask if anybody else could fly. Do you guys have piloting?
The plan was a Fulton extraction, so we may have missed window slightly, but I think we can still signal for pickup. I'll get this on the next pass.
So I would grab the vials. I'd hit the emergency exit thing, so then the little chute fly, the slide comes out, slide down, run towards like if there's any kind of like car or something that we could just hijack, and then try to call in for an extraction.
Be careful with those vials. If any of them break, I'm not kidding, I will have to shoot you.
Yeah, don't hurt me again, please.
I think he means it.
I assume other lady is dead. Dealt with.
Yeah, she's taken care of. Unfortunately, she appeared to be some sort of clone. So that might not be the last time we see her.
You hear from a little further back.
After all. Interesting.
You're from a little further back, just like, she's what? You see a fucking clone, man? Oh god, my other arm now. Fucking hell.
Splinter, I'm not sure why you're surprised by this. Clones have been around for at least 80 years.
Hey,
surprised
look,
more people we know aren't clones.
Look, man, alright, I get it, right? Lizard, the president's a lizard person, and the moon landing never happened, and alright, look, it still stings to be, kind of betrayed by your mentor, man. Let me wallow in the pain a little bit.
At this point has sort of pushed himself up and is standing over Splinter and offers her a hand to help her up off the ground.
She floppily
moves an arm up. And as he does, he like takes off the helmet and looks at her and says, "Wait a minute. So you're telling me you believe in the moon?"
This has been Titan Effect from Knight Errant Media, Electrum seller on DrivethruRPG. It is a fantastic sci-fi espionage or spy-fi system for Savage Worlds. Just get it. You will regret it. It's wonderful. It even has like a full list of like media that influenced it, and that was really exciting for me to go look at because I'm obsessed with movies, in case you didn't know that from this entire session. And some of you have won a copy tonight just from being here with us and having some fun. So I hope future Carrie is ready to start announcing some of the winners. I will stall for as long as possible for future Carrie.
Congratulations to all of you 5 winners. From me to you personally. Each of you personally, I want to congratulate. I know your names.
And I'm gonna start saying them now because I'm excited.
And so Kevin and
Kevin, he's been here from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And
what was that second one? Linda? Okay.
It was Linda and Slorbo.
Oh,
I fucking love Slorbo, dude.
Funnily enough, clone. What was the number from earlier? 0239.
023.
023. Clone 023.
Clone 023.
Pretty cool that you tuned into this stream. this video, right?
They're dead now,
cool.
so it goes to someone else. It Clone 024.
Yeah,
Congrats.
Clone 024.
yes.
Congratulations.
You coming
Also
up in the
moving
world.
So,
Clone 024 is watching. Is
I
that
do
4 or
wanna-
5?
I think that was, you know what? Well, we'll call it 5. I think it was 4, but we'll call it 5.
Ooh, I will plug for Titan Effect that there's the free jumpstart out there, or I don't know if that's the demo edition. And then also the setting book is, I think, only 16, 17 bucks, which is like almost
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, and I
it's a
will
big
have
book.
links to all of that.
Yeah,
Probably-
this is-
At least in the description, if not, popping them in the live chat right now too. But 5 PDF copies of Titan Effect Declassified will go to the winners that I have just announced. So look for your name in the chat, we'll get your information, and we'll get you your copies.
Oh, I totally forgot. When Kanyuk snipes the pilot, he like whips out the shades and puts them on. Like, flight's canceled.
That was the Razzle Dazzle super combo. And I felt bad. I didn't want to go Razzle Dazzle super combos.
Why wouldn't you want to do that?
Guys,
Why
don't
wouldn't
razzle
you?
dazzle that lady.